in the heart of the River Kingdoms lies an old Pathfinder lodge, once thought lost. A lodge shrouded in secrecy and mystery, driving many to believe that its goals are not that of exploration, but of more nefarious purposes. Recently, an unknown venture captain has reopened the lodge and recruited a new group of Pathfinder agents to do its bidding. Whether their goals are to benefit the society or something much more sinister is yet to be seen. Welcome to Tales from the Black Lodge.
Hey everyone, welcome to Rule for Combat Tales from the Black Lodge. I'm your GM and host Stephen Glicker, and in this week's episode, we finish up our tale with a duel with the devil. So last week I mentioned how to handle easy fights, and this week I'm going to mention and talk about how to handle hard fights. So one thing I want to note is that society adventures are usually pretty easy, and they do that on purpose because they never know who's going to be playing them, so they always have to make the combats much easier than usual. And one thing that's fascinating with these adventures is that because it's a brand new system, the first couple adventures were very uneven in terms of difficulty. They went from really easy to super deadly encounters, and you actually saw that in the very first Tales adventure, where they did the Goblin adventure, and that one I ran more than once, and that is incredibly uneven. I've seen large amounts of PCs go down during those battles because they are really, really hard. But in our adventure, they cruised through them because they were fighting these huge, massive undead, and they had insane amounts of positive energy, so they were able to just destroy them very quickly. So again, it's just party makeup. So to combat that, they usually make combats pretty easy. However, this week's combat is quite the opposite of everything else you saw in the adventure so far. They are going to have to, perhaps, maybe, fight a devil, and this thing is no joke. It is a level 4 creature. Now, they are level 1 and one level 2. In Pathfinder 2nd Edition, fighting something even your level is hard. Fighting something one level above you is pretty much suicide. In this case, it's level 4. That is just impossible. This thing with the 2nd edition math can one-shot and kill you every single attack. Not every round, but every attack. It is very, very strong. So, how do you handle hard fights like this, knowing that if I tried, I could just wipe out the party in one go? Well, one of the things you have to do is you got to put yourself in the mind of the monster. And in this case, this devil is bored. So much so that it is actually in the name of the devil itself. He's actually called the Bored. So he is going to do everything in his power to kind of make the fight go as long as possible and just be, silly and toying with the PCs. Because why not? He has nothing to fear. He can't really be destroyed or killed because, well, he's a devil and he's on a different plane, and he's bored out of his mind. So why spend 6 seconds to kill all the PCs? So that's something you got to do. Put yourself in the mind of the adversary, and if they're super strong, would they just kill everyone outright, or would they toy with them? Think of like a James Bond movie, or think of any supervillain movie where they're always like, spending time to toy with the main antagonist, and they're always like being really slow in the way they kill them. And that's the first thing. You do that, it might not seem super realistic, because they're like, oh, wouldn't they just try to kill you outright? Yeah, sometimes, maybe. Depends on the environment, but in this case, definitely not. This guy really wants to just toy with them. So that's the first thing. The second thing you want to do is that you want to physically go slow. When I mean physically go slow, I mean you literally want to go slow. Like, take your time, make sure all the rolls are being done correctly. If you do drop somebody, and if someone is dying or about to die for real, make sure you do the math correctly. I've spent sometimes 15-20 minutes going through when someone is actually dropping and dying to triple and quadruple check the math to make sure it really, really happened. Because the last thing you want is for someone to die because you actually forgot that there's actually a -2 on the roll or something like that. So don't be scared. The other PCs won't complain because they're going to want that to be done if they go down. So you want to make sure that if ever there's something super deadly and someone's really going to die, that you really spend the time and you don't just say, oh, you're dead, that's it, next person go. Never do that. Just be meticulous, make sure all the die roll math was correct, make sure the damage was correct, and just make sure everything was kosher, because more than once I've actually had this happen where someone goes down, we double check and triple check the math and there was something wrong, and in fact the PC lived. The last thing, and this is a cheat but you can do it, is that you can always just have them go unconscious. You can always say it was non-lethal damage whenever you want, and there's never going to be a PC on planet Earth that says, oh no, that actually is deadly damage and that I should be dead instead. You can do it. You can always make a non-lethal damage. Pretty much anything, except for, I don't know, maybe disintegration or fire, things like that. But if you're just doing attacks, you can just say it knocks them cold. Or you can say they're out, or, you know, they're unconscious. There's a lot of ways to sort of get around that. The only times you can't get around that, and this you got to be careful with, is massive damage. And in this case, massive damage is if you do more damage than they have hit points, they die instantly. Now that is tricky, especially if you're doing open rolls like we are. So if someone has 15 hit points and I do 40 points of damage, it's going to be kind of hard to mitigate that and say, yeah, they're not dead. I think even if you do that much in, I don't know if you do that much in a non-lethal damage if they die too. I actually have to look up that rule, but you just got to be really careful how you do the damage. And then finally, if you have a super hard monster, you don't need to go all out. Like a lot of these monsters, as they get higher in level, have a lot of attacks. This devil has many attacks and many ways to kill the PCs. Maybe do one cool attack per round. You don't have to do all three. Maybe don't grab and swallow the PC and have them, I don't know, being digested in someone's stomach. Maybe just, you know, try to do a straight up fight. Or maybe have the, I don't know, the monster toy with the PCs to the fact that he closes his eyes when he tries to fight them. Or he puts one hand behind his back. Make it like a joke that the PCs are so beneath him that they can just fool around with the PCs like a toy. Because trust me, that will make the fight very memorable. Everyone will have fun even while their PCs are going down. And it'll give them a chance. I absolutely guarantee if you just go in and you just fight the PCs and you just kill them 1, 2, 3, no one's going to have fun. You probably won't have fun as the GM because it's not as much fun killing PCs as you might think. The game ends and now everyone feels bad. You never want that. It's a game. You're supposed to have fun. Yeah, you can make it challenging, trust me. There's a lot of ways to make this challenging. And killing PCs off, look, if they die, they die. And I don't want to sugarcoat it, but in these adventures, they know that they should have a fighting chance. They know that there should be a way out of this. And unless they're fighting, I don't know, a dragon or something that is clearly telegraphed to them that this thing is insanely hard, if you fight it, you will die, there is no way out of it, then you should give them that chance. So those are some of my tips and tricks, and you'll see a lot of those this week in play of how I actually handle them. Also, I do want to note that next week we have one of our big adventures starting. That is the quest with Eric Mona. That was the 1 hour quest that took us 4 hours to do. So I'm probably going to cut that one up. But Eric Mona never ever plays. It's actually extremely rare because, well, he runs Paizo. So he does not get a chance to play a lot publicly. He does his own private games. But I was able to sneak him in to a game because I promised him it would only be an hour or two at most. Of course, it went to 4 hours, but everyone was having a great time. His character is unbelievable. God, he is good. He has a fantastic character. We even make character art for his character. I'm going to put it up on the site so you can check it out and see it. But be on the lookout for that Black Lodge next week with these guys and Eric Mona as the special guest. Finally, some quick show notes. Don't forget, do check out the Patreon. If you do $10, you can listen to us live every week. We play usually twice a week. If you do $5, you get the episodes early. And even if you get $2, you can just get some cool artwork and other things that we just put out here and there. Check out Patreon, and you too can do that. Just go to patreon.rollforcombat.com. Also, do check out our Discord channel where you can play lots of games. We've got Pathfinder games, we've got Starfinder games, we've got any other type of game you can imagine. You can even play non-Paizo games if you want. And you just go to discord.rollforcombat.com, and if you get to level 10, you get a free t-shirt. That is right. But with that, let's get to the conclusion of Flames of Rebellion. Okay, well, as soon as you move with Mr. Peepers, the second you do that, he grabs his glaive and it says, "Oh, you don't follow directions, do you? Pity."
Oh, no.
I nudge Thorgrim from behind encouragingly. Keep going. Keep going.
Seth Lipton is playing Nixnox, a goblin fire elementalist sorcerer.
No, too late.
Roll
No,
for
stop.
combat.
That's not too late. That's just in time.
No, that's Mr. Peepers does not get that far.
No. I wasn't trying to get that far. I mouse scrolled up and my character just flinked over there.
John Statz is playing Mr. Peepers, a halfling thief rogue.
Ooh, he gets to go first. That's a fun one. That is fun. That he.
My
It's
initiative
appropriate.
was
It's
terrible.
perfect.
Actually, didn't do too bad this time. The 19, I'll take it.
Chris Beamer is playing Thorgrim the Lion, a dwarf redeemer champion.
No, you don't. Let's see. Nalix the board. He's gonna delay.
Now, just remember, Mr. Peepers wasn't the person who's threatening him. You know, is that Thorgrim? Thorgrim was the
True.
one with the all coming at him clanky.
Yep.
Mhm.
Who's up? Nick's not.
Mr. Peepers is up.
Oh, Mr. Peepers.
Oh, he's not doing anything?
He's waiting. He's getting ready to do something on you.
So he's delaying his
Ready in action, probably.
He's delaying, actually.
All right,
You
so
know, don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. He's sitting on his throne. He's got his big old glaive.
I'm going to delay my
Enormous.
action until Thorgrim.
Nixnox is up.
Because Thorgrim was the one that moved forward. I don't know
Hell
what
yeah.
he's doing
Okay,
back
I'll
there.
bite. I have to count spaces. Hold on 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Or you can use the draw tool.
Oh God, I have to be all the way over there. Jesus.
Too close, huh? Too close.
You're going right through the fire.
All right. So what is 25 feet? Is that 25 feet?
From where you were.
Well, all you have to do is hit your
Yeah.
X on your character, and you can find out, and that is
There's
20 feet.
Z.
You see? I do X. No, that's the wrong one. X. That's 25 feet.
It is X. Okay.
Okay, you move up to those grates. It's quite hot. Quite hot. Hot. Wait, what is Mr. Peepers doing? You don't go, Mr. Peepers.
I'm just trying out the X function. Doesn't seem to work.
Okay, so Nixnox moves up. Nixnox is up. You move up to the grate. Now what? You moved one action.
Like, am I taking damage? Is it that hot? Was it like I feel heat? I feel things. Do I care? Is it going to kill me?
It's
No.
105 degrees in here right now, so you tell me.
I
As of right now,
it's not too
am a
That's
creature
nothing.
from
Ooh,
the
turn on
elemental
the
plane of
AC.
fire. I like it.
105
Okay.
is like 6 over your body temperature. It's nothing.
Okay, keep going. Show me where
Right
you go.
through
Okay,
the fire.
I-
Right through the fire.
I am going to see if devils are immune to fear, and I am going to cast my gaze upon him and try and scare him.
Nice.
Great.
Wow.
Scare that devil. Get him right out of town.
Sure, you do that. What is that ability you're using? You're trying to
It's imitation through my intimidating gaze.
go right ahead.
That's a gone devil. That's what that is.
Wow, that's a big roll, too.
25 against its what?
Against its, I think it's a will save. Here, let me look it up.
Against its will DC.
Vanessa Hoskins is playing Mama Millicent, a human fighter.
Yep, demoralize. Oh wait, actually I have to move up closer. It has to be within 30 feet of
You
me.
have to be
So I
30
move up.
feet.
So let me move up first, and then I did it.
Well, show me how you're moving. You have to. Are you going over the grate, or are you trying not to?
So I go there. Do I take
Okay.
damage?
Nope.
That's 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
10 feet.
Yep.
20 feet.
Yep. Fox is very brave.
And let's see how far away I am from now.
There
5,
goes
10,
my hero.
Now you're
is that
30.
feet.
Either that or he's running to join the other team.
Jason McDonald is playing Nella Amberleaf, a human wild druid.
Okay, you're 30
And
feet
I
away.
think I'm 30 feet away, and there's my intimidation, and that's my roll, and now we're all set up.
Okay, you think maybe you frightened him a little bit. Who knows? I guess we'll find out. You think you did.
Nice.
You think you
Nice.
did. Thorgrim's up.
Mr. Charge Forward.
That's 20 feet. One
Oh,
move.
you went over. Up. Did you go over
Well,
the grate a little? He did. He went over the grate.
He could go over the diagonal earlier than that. He just kind of moved like Chris usually moves.
Yeah, I have trouble with the movement on this. I'm trying to avoid the grate.
Okay. It's not that hard. You just go 5 at a time.
So, all right. So I have to do it. Then, how many feet did I move to get there? 15 or 25? Started here.
Okay,
5,
Chris, just
10,
go diagonal for your first turn.
5,
Right,
10,
right,
15,
right.
20. Okay, you've gone 20. 20. There.
20 is there.
Well, that's 15.
That's 20.
Okay,
That's 20.
5, 10, 15,
that's
20.
20. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. You
going.
need
Yeah, the
a
problem-
tank up there. We need a
problem
tank.
is-
Get up there. Get up
Problem
there.
is, Nick
Get
Fox
up
is a
there.
bad.
Get up there.
You gotta be quiet. You gotta.
Hey, can't you move through my square? Can you move through my square?
Yeah, but that's 20. Like being on the square is 20. Your square
You're
is
going to have
20.
to use your third action to move off of him.
Yeah.
That's correct. You can't.
I could use my
get-
third action to advance.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Of course,
you should
that's
do.
what we're all gonna do.
Yeah.
Dude, you have an armor class. You got your healing. You got your lay of hands. You got everything
Alright, so
working
that's
for you.
20.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it.
Stairs are difficult terrain. Those are difficult terrain, so it takes 2 to go up each of those. So you can go 5, 10, 15. You couldn't get to where you were trying. Each of those stairs is difficult terrain.
And go there.
Yep, that's as far as you can go.
Okay, I do. I'm
You're
not.
done. And now he goes. The board is bored and sees you. He's like, oh. And he decides to play with you just a little bit. Just a fun little bit. Decides to
Before annihilate.
pick up his glaive, gets off the throne, gets your head in his hand, walks over to there, sees Thorgrim, attacks him with his glaive. Very nonchalant.
With reach?
Oh yeah, with reach. Oh, look at
That's
that.
a miss.
He rolls a 3.
Wow.
And misses you with a 16, barely missing you, rolling
Holy
a
cow.
3.
Reagan, I need help.
Yeah,
Reinforcements.
Don't worry.
Charge.
Don't worry. Don't worry. The
And then
Peepers
he's actually like, really? Fine. And then attacks you again.
Nah,
His
he gets
glaive.
another attack. That's his fourth action.
No, it's not. He already had the glaive in his hand. It was
I know. Standing
Move,
up, move, and attack.
attack.
He's sitting in three. He said stand up, move, and attack. That's it.
That's true. That's true. If he's gonna sit, if he's gonna like,
I don't know if
posture in
that's
his
really
chair.
considered. I don't know if that's considered. That's
What do you mean?
What do I mean? It's not. He's standing up, actually, off of a seat. I don't know if that's.
You said he was sitting on the throne.
you know, I
Yeah,
think Steve
yeah,
is
yeah.
right. I think Steve is right. But this is first round of combat. Like, we kind of like.
I think we certainly have to remember this moment because I guarantee you when the shoe is in on the other foot and one of us is in a chair, we're going to be standing up. We're going to be taking an action to stand up.
That's a good point. He seemed like he was arrogant and had hubris. He was unconcerned.
Well, if that was it, he would have done something different. If it was considered a move, I would not have done that at all. All right,
I thought
fine.
he was doing
you know
it on
what?
purpose. I thought he was being like, yeah, you guys are nothing. I'm like,
Okay, fine. He just moves back to his. He moves back. He won't attack. He just goes back to his throne. How about that?
Huh?
Oh, wait a
no.
Oh, he
hold on.
attacks. He attacks.
No, he had
Yeah,
three.
he moved. He moved. He attacked. He went back.
He
Okay.
stood up. And then he
He
moved.
didn't
and then
stand
he
up.
attacked.
He didn't stand up from prone. He wasn't prone. Standing up
Yeah, he
from
wasn't
prone is
prone.
an action.
Okay, all right. So
I
Okay,
think
fine.
so.
All right, fine.
I think standing from
Fine.
sitting is.
no, it either is or it isn't. I mean, we don't know. I mean, I'll go by
You're
whatever
right.
the
Okay,
rule is.
now I guess it is. Okay, fine. Go right ahead. It's an action. Fine. Go, Mr. Peepers.
Okay, so I have 30 move. Okay, that's 1 move. Guys, I'm unleashing the sling. Here it comes.
Wow. So impressive.
Oh no!
He did hit.
Well, let's see if a 22 hits.
You hit.
That thing has a range of 50. Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's got
you
a
hit him.
Great range.
You do 6 points. You do max damage.
Right.
look like he probably has damage resistance.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it actually bounces off of him because he has damage resistance, and it doesn't do nearly that much.
Okay, so is he? He's not flat-footed.
He's
okay.
not flat-footed. Nope.
Not even to me. All right. I am going to reload. That's what I'm going to do for you guys. Okay,
You're done.
I'm done.
Mom is up.
Oh boy. All right, so Mama needs to get in the fight. She is. Ooh, and there's those scary fire grates. I'm thinking about jumping over them.
Nice. That would be very cinematic.
I'm thinking about jumping over them. All right, I just thought of this. I was gonna spend all my actions just weaving and bobbing to get up there, but I'm sick of this zigzaggy crap. Let's see. I stride, then make a leap. DC is equal to the total distance in feet you're attempting, so I needed just a 15 essentially. DC 15 to jump over these things. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Hell yes, do it. Hell yes. That is cinematic. It is awesome. You are a fighter. Yes, you're jumping over a flaming pit. How could you not?
You'll love it.
How could you not?
All right, so that's my plan. Stride up to the edge, then leap over it, and let's just see. Athletics check. Let's do it.
Critical failure.
23. Oh yeah, even
Okay.
further. So I can actually jump all the way into Mr. Peeper Square.
Hell yeah.
So that's 2
Okay.
actions, and my
The good
third
news
one
is you managed to jump over the pit. The bad news is it does not matter, as a flame gout comes flying out of the pit, reaching the ceiling, hitting you while you're jumping over.
Oh,
Making you
What?
look even cooler when
Who
you
set
emerge
it
from
up?
those flames.
Who set that up? I'm just saying.
You
It looks like a
do
trap.
1 point of damage. Fire damage.
Oh well, now it's worth it.
So
Yes,
it wasn't
it's
that
worth it.
bad.
It's worth it for the gram. It's worth it for the
Wasn't that bad.
gram.
So
All right,
it
cool.
literally explodes out. It's like a video game where the flames go all the way, reaching 20 feet up, 30 feet up in the air, up to the ceiling.
That wasn't even that bad.
No.
All right, cool. And then my third action is still going to be a stride to get up to the sky, or at least near this one.
Stairs are difficult terrain.
You know, I'm just going to go here to the base of the stairs, even though they're difficult terrain, because I don't want to be in this guy's like glaive radius. But
That's okay. Nella's up.
I'm ready to get up there next turn.
Nella's up.
All right, I'm going to pretty much mostly be moving too. So let's see. First move's just a simple 20. Move 2. That gets me there. And move 3. And I'm going to stop there just so we're not all bunched up ridiculously.
Okay, you're all kind of in front of him, near the bottom of the throne, the platform, if you will. Nixnox is up.
All right, so peepers, you know a lot about these devils, right? Do you know if they're immune to disease?
Yeah, disease are going to do nothing to them.
Boo! Oh, that would have been so nice. All right, so electric arc, because I bet produce flame is not going to work on a devil.
That's a good bet.
So electric arc. Let me find my window. Hold on.
The fiery pits of hell.
Well, let's see. 17, huh? For reflex? He rolls a 29 for reflex. He takes
Wow.
0 damage. None
Oh,
whatsoever.
That's very sexy of
Completely
him.
misses him. We got one more
Oh
action.
no.
All right, so for my last action,
Sorry, actually, that was a
I-
30. Sorry, 30.
Good for him.
Magic.
I am going to. I'm going to move. Let's see. The stairways are difficult terrain,
That is correct.
so that means they're double. So it'll be
Yes.
5, 10, 20.
Every
All right,
time
so
you
I'm
go
not gonna
into
do
it,
that.
it's double.
I'll just move over here. And I'm done.
God, you guys are just grouped up. It's so lovely.
Here comes
yeah,
the
yeah.
AoE. Here comes the AoE. Fireball.
There's a lightning bolt.
Oh, I'm up.
Zing!
At least I get the
Thorgrim's
move.
up.
The lightning bolt railgun.
Yeah, move. Can you move?
Oh yeah,
Can you move
I'm
like
moving.
around
Oh, yeah.
him?
I'm moving around.
Mhm.
But it's all double move, so like the most I can do is here, right?
Well, that might
That's
be
great.
an
20.
attack of
That's an awesome place
opportunity.
to be.
That's 20, right? Well, I have to take
Yeah.
it. So first action, actually, I raise my shield. Second action, I move. Third action, I attack.
Oh, God. Good luck.
Yep.
Wow.
Nice!
20. That's pretty good. It misses.
For
But
a
it
miss.
was a good
Oh.
try though.
It was a try. It was a good try.
20 doesn't even come close, and you miss him by a mile.
I missed it by a mile, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
he's
it's
super
no
strong.
sling. It's
He's-
no
he's-
sling. It's no
You guys,
sling.
you guys are in deep trouble.
Okay, I've heard that before.
He looks
How could we
around
be
and
in
he's
deep
like,
trouble? We're level one.
he's thinking, should I just play with you before I kill you all? I mean, he's looking at you. He's really not that impressed.
I know.
He's looking
I'm
at
just a-
Mama.
I'm just a wee dwarf.
He's bored. He looks bored.
He is.
He likes to
bored.
play with things for a while before annihilation.
Yeah. You know what? He decides, I'll just kill this dwarf first up is hit you with the glaive. So first up, glaive attack.
Oh,
does a 20
no!
does a 29
Oh,
hit you?
no! That's a crit.
What
It's
is it
not
with your shield raised? Your shield it's still a crit, right?
My AC is 19 right now.
So 29's a crit. So
Oh,
he does.
God.
Let's see,
My shield
20
blocks some of that, though.
True. You're gonna need it. He does 22 crit damage, 1 evil damage, and then 4 deadly damage on top of that. So that
I love
is-
how he gets evil damage as a category.
Twirl the mustache damage.
So 27 points of damage on Thorgrim. Now,
Jeez.
how much does your shield block of that?
I think it blocks 5. Is that right?
Yes. So you still drop and are dying, correct?
I
God.
think so.
You don't have
my
any
goodness.
abilities? You don't have any abilities?
Hardness 5, right? So that's what gets subtracted off of.
Well, you do have an ability if he remembers to do it. He
Come
Thorgrim?
on.
can't do it. He
Thorgrim?
can't. You can either raise your shield or use your.
I
your
can't. I
strike.
can't. I don't think I can use that a redemption on myself. I think it's only for other people.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
because
right.
it's your reaction.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
a
only for
reaction.
someone else.
Oh, it's somebody
So-
else's turn.
So if you use it, you still it doesn't matter. I put it this way: you can't get killed. If you go to 0, you drop. If you go to -5, you drop. You're going to drop no matter what happens here.
All right. Well, I mean, so wait, how much? So I can block the 5 damage. It still does 22 total. So yeah,
Yes.
it puts me at 0 anyway. So
Yeah,
I guess I mean,
anyway.
I don't know. I mean, do I have a choice to not? I mean, actually, because I don't. I mean, it damages my shield. That's the only difference.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
So I guess it doesn't matter.
It's up to you.
I think I would have blocked it regardless. That's
Okay.
more accurate. So that's
Yeah, because you don't know.
yeah, I don't know. And then also, okay, the only question I have is that since it's a reach weapon, does that mean he can still use a reach weapon within
Yes.
5 feet of me? Or
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't always used to be that way.
That's
Not
correct.
in Pathfinder 1, but
Now-
they fixed it.
Now it's going to get really bad. This isn't even bad.
He
This
one
is-
shot me.
Oh, it's getting worse. This is like the beginning of the badness. It's actually about to get way worse.
I think he's Mama Millicent and we're the kobolds in this scenario.
I know. Yeah.
You couldn't be more correct if you tried.
Yeah.
But we
Here's
shall
the other
proceed
thing.
with style.
Exactly.
Extra points for any of the listeners who gets that reference. That is a deep cut.
Proceed with style. Boy.
Okay, are you ready
deeper
for
than I
the
am.
horribleness? Are you ready for the death of
Mhm.
death? Okay, you are dying. You're dying too because he hit you with a crit, so you're halfway to death. Too bad we're gonna have to get new artwork.
Yeah. Oh well. I don't mind it.
Well, you're bleeding, so you take 1d4 persistent bleed damage every single round. How do you get rid of bleed damage, you may ask? Does healing get rid of bleed damage? No, it does not. The only way you can get rid of bleed damage is someone has to administer first aid on you. That is it.
Yeah, it's rough.
Bleed is really, 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 really
I
bad.
got a lot of bad things. I went from full health with a raised shield that blocks damage to being dead. That's crazy. I should. Well, you know what? That's my way.
Here comes
Because
the
I'm not going to allow a devil to stand there and talk.
But that's like Mama Millicent crits you with that big sword.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
we were just talking about like there's big
Yeah,
swings
she
like
would
that.
one shot me
apparently.
too. Yep.
That was one action. So it still has 2 more actions. It sees a whole bunch of you.
Coup de grace?
There. No, you're already dead. It decides that it's bored. It's actually going to go back to his throne and sit down.
Nice.
Because he's just like, too easy. He's dying
Wow.
anyhow.
Yeah, we got a parlay.
Mr.
I was
Peepers
right
is
from
up.
the. I
Mr.
was
Peepers
right
is up.
from the first set. Okay,
No.
so I don't have the Wayfinders, either of them. Is that
I don't
correct?
know. I don't know if you guys have
No,
them or
Mama's
not.
got both of them.
You have
All
the
right.
non-good one.
Well, a few minutes ago you said I had both, so
Yeah, you had both. But I thought you gave one to him. No.
Oh, Mr. Peepers goes on top of the flames. I see Mr.
No,
Peepers
I'm
goes
yeah,
on
not.
that's
top
fine.
of the
This
flames.
stupid. No, this is stupid.
Yeah.
This is a web page, and it's scrolling me all over.
Wow, he is going all over the place.
I can't move my character.
I know that's why I went square by square after all that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
As soon as I click and drag my character, it scrolls right off the page. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hands up and say, "This Lord Humongous seems like a reasonable bloke."
He's reasonable.
Oh,
Right.
He came out. He came out with a reasonable offer. I say that we give the devil his due. I mean, we're on his turf, and well, I mean, for now, and maybe they both go if we hand him. Again, I just scroll right off the page.
Yeah, just reload. So anyhow, you spend your action trying to parlay and telling everyone that after you watch Thorgrim get eviscerated in one shot through the shield, then you realize, wow, maybe we have no chance against this guy. Like, no chance.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, hitting F5 actually totally worked. Okay, so I'm gonna move back to my original spot. I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna put my hands up. So, okay, all right, put your weapons down. We got things that are way out of control. This seems like this is a parlay situation. We got to give the devil his due at this point. I mean, Mama. I mean, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is not like the difficult terrain.
You can get up to there. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Sorry,
that's
no,
two
that-
moves.
that-
That's
that's
two
30
moves to get up there.
That's one move. That's one move.
No, it's not.
30 feet.
It's
30 feet. 30.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, that is one move. You got it. Yes,
Okay.
you can get there.
Okay, so I'm gonna get up there. I'm gonna put my hand up to him. It's like, oh, this has got a way out of control. This is not good. Yeah, let's just we've got the thing that resolves this whole tower. Let's give him the Wayfinder thing. This is perfect. This is what we wanted originally until Thorgrim just charged forward like a fool while we were making a perfectly reasonable arbitration. That's basically my
fool
turn.
of a turn.
I'm
That's your
going
turn.
to not attack.
Mama's up. I'm warning you. Mama's worried. Mama's scared.
I mean, I have concerns. Yeah.
Well, this did happen to me before by an alligator, so it's hard to know.
Yeah, well, I'm just pretending that we're arbitrating with an alligator in the sewers.
Mama's up.
I do not know. Why did the bastard move back? All right.
I hope you made some charisma rolls for Mr. Papers, though, Mr. Dungeon Master.
Well, as far as I know, we're still fighting this guy. So, and we told this other guy we'd let him out. Yeah. No, we got to get rid of this devil. All right. What's this green pit? Is that acid or something? What is that?
The green thing there. That's just like a little mini podium where it's just like a little place where people
It's like
go.
an altar.
A little baby altar. You'd have to go around it.
Sacrificial altar.
It's a
Yeah,
pool of
it's a little
healing.
one. It's a little one. Little one.
All right. Well, she's gonna stomp right up, go around the thing. It's 2 move actions, 2 strides, and get right in front of him and just wail on
As
him.
soon as you get next to him, the throne bursts in flames.
What?
You automatically take 1 point of damage, as now the throne that he's sitting on is covered in fire, and all the squares around it as well, including the one that you are in.
All right, whatever.
Wow, right
and
in
I
his face.
guess I'll attack this thing.
Yeah, you're going to take consistent damage if you stay there.
Well, I don't have a lot of other good options, so I guess
True.
this is what I'm doing with my life.
That's her first
Okay.
move action. You can move out in after you attack.
No, that's 2 actions. I spent
Two
2
actions.
actions to get up to him.
Oh,
And apparently everything in this room does fire. And he has a plus 8,000 to hit. So, whatever. That's fine. We'll see if my life ends here.
There you
Oh my
go.
god! That is
There you go.
ridiculous.
Is that a natural 20?
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh, that's great. That's how you do it.
Rolls a 30. Let's see. You do.
There, turnabout is fair play.
So it should be 23 critical damage plus the deadly is going to be 30 points.
Awesome. That's how you do it. Just like that.
Yeah.
We'll have to do exactly that same thing about 5 more times.
Well,
We'll see. He has some defenses.
it's not 2d10. It's actually 1d10 times 2, but I'll give it to you. 'Cause
Oh,
you rolled
well,
a 6 and a 9. So
Oh, well, whatever you want to do. I don't care. Then
So-
it's 20 plus 7. It's 27 damage. That's fine.
27. So you do 27
Okay.
points of damage. He resists.
Isn't that
some of
exactly what he did to Thorgrim?
He did about that, yeah.
I think he did 27 points of damage.
Okay, that actually hurt. He finally got hurt, and he's actually pissed. And now he's angry, and he's
Yeah.
like, "No deal." Della's
No
up.
deal.
Della is up.
gosh,
All
I
right,
wasted
well,
my
I'm going
turn.
to start by hit myself with some shillelagh.
Oh boy.
I have. How much healing do you have? How much? Think about healing. How much healing do you have?
Well, I have a healing spell. But right now I'm thinking that my weapon might do 3 dice of damage to this guy. So
Damage
Like,
him.
is-
Damage him.
All right,
Damage
so
him.
let's just. I trust your judgment, but just for the sake of party coordination, is your shillelagh what's the better tactical option? Like Thorgrim's damage and Mama Millicent's damage, or your shillelagh damage?
well, I can also
Also,
get.
Thorgrim's going to die.
right.
I can try to heal him on the way. But,
Right,
I
but
mean,
like you heal, I start the next round, I heal, Thorgrim is back up, and he's within striking distance. So, what's better, your shillelagh or Thorgrim's damage?
I'm just saying Thorgrim's
And
one
also, Mama
bad roll
Millicent is
away
going to
from
take
dying.
a beat down also, so she's going to need constant healing also. So I'm wondering, it looks like this type of fight is going to be the people doing the most damage constantly getting knocked down, and our job being to keep them back up so they do their maximum damage, rather than us nickel and diming him with additional damage. If you get my thought on that, and I don't know how druids work, so I'm just putting that out there.
Well, Nella, though, has that shillelagh is really good because it counts as a magic weapon. That might
and I'm assuming he's undead or extraplanar. I mean, that may be a faulty assumption, but I'm assuming he's undead or extraplanar, which means I get extra damage against him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Shillelagh him.
Okay, cool.
Let him
But
play his
you could
character,
heal me,
Seth. He
since-
knows what he's doing.
Oh, I'm absolutely healing.
He doesn't care about Thorgrim.
Yeah, it's like my question is I think heal also, not
Thorgrim
stabilize,
is
restrict to
ancient
heal.
history. We don't need to dwell on Thorgrim. He's gone. We've forgotten
Yeah.
him. We're moving on.
you're not honor.
And that's pretty much all I can do with my remaining action.
Nick Knox is up.
All right, so two like we were saying before, the old 2 action heal spell on Thorgrim. So it's 8 points plus the whatever.
Do you have to move up to me or no?
Now it's within 30 feet.
Oh, wow. You have that? That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Does that not automatically do
We actually have a lot of healing
the
in this group.
D6? The
Yeah,
D8?
it does a D8 plus 8.
You have to roll
for
the
two
8.
action.
It
Oh,
just-
I have to roll the D8.
Yeah, you just roll it. I didn't program that.
I'll settle for a 3. I'm fine with a 3. A nice gentleman's 3. Let's do it. Ah, very nice.
6
You
plus
set the bar
6.
low and you get a nice
So 6 plus 8.
14.
14. And that gets rid of the bleed. It gets rid of this. It
It
gets rid of
doesn't get rid of the
it would
bleed.
be really nice. If it
No,
Doesn't get rid of the
I
bleed.
didn't say it gets rid of the bleed. So to get rid of
you're
the
a
bleed,
bleeder. He's a
you
bleeder.
need-
That's what we call
you
him.
need to do a counteract check.
Okay.
And if you do not succeed, it fails in healing you.
Oh.
So what's that? What is a counteract check?
In fact, if this doesn't work, you get 0 healing. And you...
Wow.
Yeah, it's
All right.
an infernal wound. That's not only causing you to bleed, but is forcing you to die. It is doing everything in its power to kill you.
I wonder if lay on hands would counteract that in some way.
Well, you're maybe.
Yeah, but everyone here has it though, right?
True. Some effects try to counteract. So when to attempting counteract check, add the relevant skill modifier or other appropriate modifiers to your check against the target DCs. So for you, it's a spell. So I believe your counteract modifier would be your spell modifier. So it's like a +7 probably for Nix Nox. Let's see. Yes. So you have a it's basically like your spell attack roll of 7, I would think. So,
Are you talking to me? Do I roll something?
Yes, you roll a d20 +7, and you want to roll really well. Otherwise, this completely fails.
For what is he? What's the DC?
I'm not telling you. It's really high.
That is not really hot.
That's
A
not
10
really
is
high.
not going to do it. You try to heal.
A 3 +7.
Spellcaster.
Not even a 10.
Yeah, I
Wait,
rolled a 3. What are you gonna do?
Wait,
Use healing
I'm
magic
gonna
on a
use my-
creature.
Oh, wait a second. Do I want to hero point that?
Infernal
I
wound.
you want to hero point that?
I'll hero point my own hero point. I'll hero
Okay,
point that.
okay. You can hero point it because it says here if you don't succeed, you fail to heal the creature. That's not even the wound.
Yeah,
That's
let's
just
not
the
do that.
heal.
Let's try to not do that.
Let's
Okay.
try to roll.
Here we
above
go.
the
Try
10.
again. Oh,
More like it.
Yeah, that's better.
22.
Wow.
Very good.
Use of a
You
hero
managed-
point.
You managed to go through the infernal wound. That is really horrible. This infernal wound.
It's
Yeah.
really horrible.
Believe it or not, you are still bleeding. You didn't actually counteract the
Yeah,
wound.
he needs some medicine care.
You'd actually now need
Mr.
medicine
Papers, that's your
to get
job.
rid of this wound. So,
Oh, I can do that.
And magic healing doesn't get rid of bleed, huh?
nope, bleed is atrocious.
I actually really like that. Like, there's magical healing. It's like your spirit and your life force, and then there's actual damage in this game, like actual real, like you need stitches. Like
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Okay, that was your full
I-
turn, correct? Next
Nope,
Nox?
because I have
Oh, you
one
got one
action
more
left,
action.
so that's,
Okay.
that's 2 actions. All right, so what I see is him behind a low altar on a bad angle to a steep staircase with me at the base of the staircase. So
Yes.
what I'm going to do for
A
my
million
last
people in
action,
front of you.
right? And so what I'm going to do for my last action is fall prone and hide.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Wow, that's
My
gonna be a big
God.
mistake.
Just move.
Wow.
Move.
No,
Thorgrim
not
is
at all.
on the
Not at all.
ground.
All my actions are 2 actions. So next round, 1 action, I stand up and I cast a spell.
No, you're not
and,
gonna live
and that's,
past-
and that's my
you're-
life.
You're not living. The next pass from this.
Well,
round.
if that's the case, then it doesn't matter what I do, so I hide.
Right.
Correct. Thorgrim is up. Thorgrim
Thorgrim.
is on the ground. You drop everything, including your shield.
Really?
Yes, we've gone
Shield
through this
drop-
before.
shield is
yes,
dropped?
yes. Shield is dropped. We've gone through this before. We've had this very first. We've had this
The
discussion
bums rush.
on
The bums
many-
rush. Here
I
it
think
comes.
Every podcast we've had this discussion when you drop, and you always say it's strapped. It's actually not. You can look it up. So everything gets dropped. You're on the ground. You're prone. What do you do?
It's quite horrible. Prone. I guess I stand. That's 1 action.
Okay. Now you are bleeding, so you can try to administer first aid to yourself, but you don't have a healing kit, so
And I'm not trained in that skill either.
Yeah, you're not.
well, that too.
Don't worry about that.
You could also just do a flat check and just try to stop it with your hands, and that's just a flat check, but it takes 2 actions.
What's the DC for that?
It is probably going to be a DC 15 flat check.
Thorgrim, you have 14 hit points. You
What?
don't need to
And
do
that's
any of
bleed
this.
is 1 per round. I'm losing.
1d4 per round.
A 1d4 per round.
Yeah,
every
it's
Forever.
nothing. That's
Until
nothing.
it's healed.
I can do a medicine check after combat. Just get in there and do damage.
Well, he has no
I'm
weapons
not
or
listening.
shield.
Is there a way
There's
that I can
nothing.
mute John? There is, right? I'm going to start muting.
Go.
There's so
Let's
much
go.
advice.
All right,
so
let's
much
go.
terrible
Come on,
advice.
Come on, it's late. Let's go.
can I have control of Thorgrim right now to get this moving?
All right. Right. Okay, so I'm going to use another action to pick up my shield.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use another action to lay on hands myself for 6 damage.
Oh my god! Oh
No,
my
that's actually-
god!
No, that's not bad at
I'll
all.
be one shot otherwise, and then I'll
No,
go in
that's-
after that.
No, that's
what I
fine.
do.
So you heal yourself 6.
I'm done.
At the end of your turn, you take 3 points of damage from the bleed. And
All right, so my net is 17. That's where I'm at right now. Because I went from 14 to 20 minus 3, 17. And I'm done.
And
I'm bleeding to death.
that is it. Okay. He's angry. He's really angry at Mama because Mama tried to kill him. So he does something rather atrocious. Are you ready?
Nope.
Okay, let's do it.
He looks at you and his beard lashes out at you. Not his claws, not his glaive, his beard. And his beard,
Gross.
which is dripping with ichor, tries to slash you across the face.
Oh god, don't
That's
do
hilarious.
that.
Poisoned beard.
A
Poisoned beard.
27.
The old beard whip
It
attack.
hits you for 10 points of damage.
Gross.
Give me a fortitude save.
I don't. Oh.
That is classic bearded devil style.
I'm going
That
to
is
use my
classic
reactive
bearded devil
ability.
style.
Yeah.
Subtract 3 from
Nice. 21.
21's pretty good at second level. And
Pretty
everyone else's
darn
first level.
good. Pretty darn good.
You are
Well-
reading the correct stat block, right?
Yes.
Just making
yes.
sure. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you got that glimpse of redemption. You can choose no damage or the 3 minus off, and he's enfeebled.
Okay, let me look it up.
Enfeebled 2.
Okay, he'll take enfeebled. And so
Mhm.
you take
I think
3
they
less
always will.
damage.
All right.
3
Thanks.
less damage. But here's the best part.
What?
It's really good for you. He tries to
What?
hit you again with his beard. And the best part is there's no multiple attack penalty for that beard. Isn't
What?
that great?
What?
I
That doesn't
know.
make sense.
That's
that doesn't
fun.
make sense.
It's just
How is
fun.
there
I
no
tell
multiple
you.
attack
Devil.
penalty?
I love it.
I'm just laughing that Thorgrim, no matter what,
Oh.
you made a devil feel guilt over his actions.
Exactly.
Glad
It's
you
brilliant.
rolls a
It's brilliant.
3.
I think just
He
based on that, we won
rolls-
the moral victory.
He rolls
Literally.
a 3.
Yes.
And he actually gets that's actually not a his beard is it's funny, it's actually what is it based
What is
off of?
enfeebled condition? What does that do?
Well, it's
Minus
-2
1
to
day.
strength rolls, but I don't know if his beard is a strength roll. It's actually
Unless
I think-
it has the finesse trait, it would be.
Yeah, everything.
it actually has weird traits, so it still misses anyhow. It doesn't matter. So it misses you by a fair amount, and he's like, "No matter," and then he attacks you again with the beard.
Oh
This
my
time-
God.
It can attack 3 times with no multiple attack penalty. That seems.
No, the second one gets 1 multiple attack penalty. It's only the first. It's only the second one that he doesn't get. So, ooh, a 33. So
What?
33 minus
No, I'm-
5 minus 2. What does that equal?
-5 minus. How come it's his
26.
third attack though? Shouldn't it be -10?
Well, he doesn't. He ignores. Oh, he ignores it. So minus 10. So 22. 20. 20 still hits you though, right?
Yeah, barely. Yeah.
9 points of damage.
Natural
Is he
19.
flat-footed?
No.
No, he's
down?
enfeebled.
Sitting there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect his attacks.
Yeah, I didn't think.
He's using his beard. He's using.
Yeah.
It's not like he's not like
Wow.
he's sitting there trying to hit you with swords. He's hitting you with beards. Okay. Another fort save, by the way, as you are trying to get diseased.
26.
26. You are not diseased.
The beard does strength damage, though, right? It's part of the modifier. For
It's actually magic damage.
Yeah, so maybe it doesn't affect him.
The strength isn't even modifying the beard's damage. The enfeebled.
It's not strength. It's magical damage.
I don't like this devil.
All right, so first attack, Mr. Peepers is going to sling him.
Dude, the sling is completely worthless.
Are
You
you-
should.
are
you
you-
should-
Sling has
are you-
done damage already, so
Mr.
Zero
Papers.
damage over there.
Mr. Papers, are you not going to stitch up Thorgrim so he stops taking dot damage?
that might be a possibility in the future, but I've got a sling right now equipped, and I've got it loaded, and
Like,
I'm
don't you do
using it.
massive damage when you flank something with your sneak attack and stuff?
No,
Yeah.
because I'm
He
using
won't be
my
able to
sling
flank
right
him.
now. I'm
He
using
won't be
my
able to flank
sling
him.
right now.
He's not sitting on the throne. You can't get behind him, so it doesn't matter. There's no flanking. I can't believe you're slinging him. Oh my god! The crazy part is he hit because
He hit.
I love it.
26.
I love it. I'm going to
That's
shut
the
up.
second time I've hit. I've
swing
hit
all day and all
twice with
night.
the swing. What are you
Yeah,
talking
but it
about?
does like a
You
20
are going to
damage. He's
kill him.
probably got a
You're the last
DR5.
one
It does
You'll
nothing.
kill him with your sling.
It scratches him. You
It
actually
just does nothing.
it scratches him. It does a tiny
It
bit
does
of
5
damage.
damage. It does 5
It
damage.
does not do 5. It does
It does
less.
not do
It's
5 damage. It
resistant.
does less, but you.
So
you
how much
scratch
does
him
it do?
in the Forehead.
I'd
Like
like to
one or
know how
two.
much it does.
1 or 2.
It does
1 or
death of
2.
1,000 cuts.
It does 1 or 2. You do a little bit of damage. It's not 0. Tell you that much.
Meanwhile, I'm taking D4.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I make
Okay,
a
that's your
motion.
first action.
All
That's
right,
your
so
first
I'm right next to Thorgrim. So
Yeah.
I make a motion to take out my med kit, and instead I equip my short sword, and then I move around.
Good job.
The old fake out.
And that is
Okay.
my second and third actions.
I like that.
As
That's
soon
great.
as you go there, next to the
hold
throne.
on. I might be in a different 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, that's fair.
4, 5. You're right. I'm there. That's as
You
far as I
take
can
2
go.
points of fire damage as everything around the throne is on fire. Mark off 2 points of damage. Mama
mark-
also takes 2 points of damage being next to the throne and it's on fire at the beginning of your turn. Mama's up.
Okay, so I'm hurt. This thing is pissing me off, and I'm gonna kill it. I wish I had a potency crystal still, but I don't. So we're gonna do 3 strikes,
Nice.
and we're just gonna see what happens.
Yes.
First strike, nothing special. Regular old, let's just murder it. Attack with a katana. 19 to hit. Gotta roll a 9.
Miss.
I don't want to hear that. Don't tell me that.
19 does not hit it. It dodges away while sitting on its throne, bored.
What about the rally value of Mr. Peepers buffing her for morale?
Yeah, you know what?
Still misses.
Okay.
This is my best
Just making
shot.
sure.
I'm gonna use my hero point on this
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Good idea.
because I need this to hit. So let's
Yeah.
just
you need
re-roll
that
this
first
thing.
attack. Yep.
This first attack's got to hit.
That's what I
26
like.
to hit.
That hits.
All right,
You successfully
13
hit.
points of damage. A two-handed attack.
Still alive.
All right,
You chunk
Now
it. Take a chunk out of him. He doesn't like that.
good. Second hit is an exacting strike. It's a press attack, and if I miss, it doesn't affect my multi-attack penalty.
Nice.
Only got +5 total
look
on
at
this
fighters.
one. 10. Okay,
That
well,
misses by a mile.
but because I missed, doesn't affect my multi-attack penalty. Doesn't affect it, so I'm going to do my third action still at -5.
I don't know if that's how
Total
it works.
bonus. That's exactly how exacting strike
I don't know if
works. Thank
that's
you.
how it works. I don't
That's
know.
exactly how exacting
Yeah,
strike.
I,
Yeah,
think,
no idea.
I think you're cheating.
It's exactly how it works. And this third one's going to be a Brutus shove because why not? It's also a press attack. So let's go. -5.
Can't shove him at
Penalty.
his throne.
We can do it. Come on.
Knock his ass over.
Another 10 total.
Boo.
All
Critical miss. Both of them.
Oh.
Done?
right, that's it. That's my turn. I can't do
Nella's
anything
up.
else.
I feel like keeping Mama Millicent up and fighting is probably our best chance of winning.
I'm in favor of that.
So I'm going to blow a 2-action heal to
Oh,
get her
thank
some
you.
hit points.
Don't forget about me over here.
Oh, we've forgotten. Who are you
We
again?
forgot about you a long time ago.
Oof.
All right.
Ugh.
That's average. That's average.
But I'll take what I can get. I'll take what I
9
can get.
points of heal.
And then with my third action, I'm going to move up and just give him another target. And I assume that also means I take 2 fire points.
Well, or D4.
Not yet.
You
Not
take
yet.
3 points of fire damage as you walk up to the flaming throne. Nix Nox is on the ground. Can't see anything.
One action stand up. Second action 2 action heal on Mama Millicent.
Woohoo!
Okay, there you go.
I'm gonna add my 8 to this.
13.
Nice.
All
Not
right.
bad.
That tops me off.
Nice.
Thorgrim, you're still bleeding. You're still
So what's
dying.
his name? Go. What's his name? Do it.
Go. What's
Yeah.
his name? Go. Gadget. Way. Go. Gadget.
All right. So shoot, I can move. I can move there, right? Can I hit him from the side north of Nella?
No. You go there.
Okay, so move, draw my battle axe, and attack.
You take 4 points of fire damage.
Oh, -1 though.
No, it's automatic. He didn't do it. The throne did it.
-1 though.
-1 what?
From what? From what?
I was raised in a forge. I'm a forged dwarf. I have DR fire resistance 1.
Nice.
Resistance against fire 1. That's cool.
Oh, cool. Okay, I didn't know that.
Resistance
Okay.
to fire 1. So I take 3.
Good. You take 3 points of
Cannot
fire
burn a
damage.
scar.
All right, now my attack.
Okay, you still take 3 points of damage. No way. You actually
Absolutely
hit him.
awesome.
22 somehow hits him.
Wait, I didn't see that. Roll that
Power
again.
of Iomade.
He's still alive. I mean, you hit him. I mean, he is
I'm
like
done.
just completely covered, and you take. Let's see. Ooh, 4 points of bleed damage. Add it up.
What?
Add
Still standing.
keep adding the
are
damage.
still
I
mobile.
don't see you adding damage to your character, Chris.
Yeah,
there
I
you
keep
go.
adding it. Here.
I'm seeing it.
Yeah, I see it there.
Went down
You
from
sure?
17 to 10 in this round.
How did this guy live another turn?
He looks at you and he says, "You know you can't kill me." And he's like, "Oh well." And he decides to just take you all out with him. So he, let's see, he takes his glaive at Mr. Peepers first and attacks
Oh,
Mr.
come
Peepers.
Oh, he's Mr. Peepers.
Okay,
Oh my
does
gosh.
a 29 hit you?
Miss. I have my shadow cloak. I have my shadow cloak on.
It does.
No.
26
No.
plus 4 plus 7. So 37 points of damage. I
All
think
right.
that might kill you.
Thorgrim,
Does that
use your
can you-
ability.
Can you just take? Oh yeah, I will use my ability. Yep, I will react. So
It'll
that's 3
reduce it.
less damage, or all the damage he could choose.
I think I'll take 3 less.
But his enfeebled condition goes up. Is enfeebled
Yes.
included in that critical amount?
Well, enfeebled goes down after his first turn. It doesn't.
It's an
stay.
enfeebled 2.
Right, and but then it went down to enfeebled 1.
Okay. But now it's back up to enfeebled 2, right? Resets?
Right.
Right. So it
All
just
right, cool.
resets
Here's
to
the thing.
enfeebled
So
2.
if you take that off of the damage and the 3 points, he doesn't instantly die.
Ooh.
Why? It's a 27. His
What?
I have 12 hit points.
Right. You have to take 24 points of damage in one shot. If it critical damage for 26,
It still
minus
does.
3
It
is
still does the
23.
evil damage. No, he does 16. He dies anyhow. He would have died anyhow.
No, are
It
you
does-
talking? Are you talking about he's at 0, or are you talking about he rolls up a new character?
I'm talking about rolling up a new character. I'm talking about
I'm
instant
asking
death.
Steve what he's talking about when he says die.
Yeah, Steve.
I mean die, not dying.
Because this is this is like the massive damage thing.
It's the massive damage rolls.
Right.
Okay.
Right. There you go. Now it's
So
all
he's
no one's saying
enfeebled
now we're on the
too.
same page.
No one's talking. No one's just saying. People are just saying things. Okay.
No,
I wasn't even thinking
What do you mean we're
massive
saying
damage
things? We're
rolls.
saying meaningful things. That's what words
Yeah,
are.
Yeah, but I never
yeah.
heard the word massive damage. I wasn't even paying attention to that.
We didn't
But
say
you're the
massive
DM, you're
damage
supposed to
because
tell
we
us
said
the word
dead,
massive damage.
not
All right, all right.
you
Well,
know.
different.
now he said it. Let's just hear this rolling. Let's go.
His ruling is, but the enfeebled 1. So if he was enfeebled 1, the enfeebled 2 doesn't take place immediately. So he still rolls a 28, correct?
Sure.
No,
What?
well, hold on a second, because when the reaction hits, 2 things occur. One is he's got a choice like no damage or less damage. Simultaneous to that, he gets laid. He gets the enfeebled on him. So which
I
effect-
think he would have had to take the damage first to trigger it, so the damage would go through before the trigger. I think.
Well, here's what happens.
So he would take 3 less damage plus whatever enfeebled he had
He was
prior to the
enfeebled
new
1.
enfeebled.
Right.
He rolls a 29. Now, so that goes down to 28. So that's a crit, okay? Right? Isn't that a crit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So even if you use enfeebled 2, it doesn't take the crit and turn it into his roll doesn't go down
I know.
retroactively, does it?
I was no. Well, it it doesn't. It's still 28. It's still a crit. It's still 26 points of damage. My point is, well, 25 because enfeebled 1. My point is 3 off of that is only 22.
Right. The point that
Right?
we care, the thing that we care about is him not doing what is it, the 24 or more points of
24 or
damage,
more
which kills
in
him
it-
outright.
in it-
That's
yeah.
what we're talking about. That's what we care
That's
about.
what we
but
care
what
about.
about
We're
this
not
evil
in
damage?
any way talking about him not being unconscious.
What about this evil damage and the deadly damage? That brings
He
it
get-
well
he-
above
that,
that.
that
number.
gets. I know that's automatically added no matter what.
Oh, well, then you're screwed no matter what.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
so
what I'm
like,
trying
even
to
though
get
it brings
at.
that 26 down to a 20.
Yeah, no. In that case,
2, it's
Mr.
still more
Peepers
than
is
that 'cause it's
an
plus
oil
4.
stain on the ground.
Yeah.
Because if you, no matter how you cut it, that's what I'm trying to get at, is that if you hit with the glaive, it does 1d8 deadly, it does 1d6 evil, and it
then the
does
regular
infernal
damage.
wound.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on a second. Action Jackson did point out that it's after the damaging effect is applied. This would have been last turn. The enemy becomes enfeebled 2 until the end of its next turn. So if you're using that reaction essentially every turn as it does damage to people.
He didn't do it every turn.
Oh, well,
I did. I have done it every in this combat. I have.
I thought
No,
you
you
had.
didn't.
But okay.
You didn't do it last turn.
It did it to me.
I did.
Yeah, did it to Millicent,
I
and
did
now
to
doing it to Mr.
Millicent.
Peepers.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, it was two consecutive turns. At
Okay,
least.
so-
At
So
least
he
as
is
far as this one
fine.
goes.
So he is
Fine.
enfeebled 2, so it's
Okay,
not a
fine.
crit.
He's
Woo!
enfeebled 2. He hits you with the 27, and instead you take 12 plus 4 minus 2. So you take 14 points of damage.
And -3 for my thing.
Yeah, so 11 points, and he was
Oh,
at
wow.
10 hit points. So
How
he'll
was
still
that?
be unconscious.
Oh, that's right.
You're at
Yeah,
10.
you
so.
were missing 2. You're at 10.
I kind of
So
wish
you're
you
still-
did kill him though. I mean, I wouldn't shed too many tears for Mr. Peepers.
You're still down, but here's the deal: you're only dying 1. And this just shows how good that enfeebled is, because you would have been a smear.
Yes, I saved your life, Mr. Peepers.
Nice.
I mean, we're not out of this yet, so maybe it's moot.
Well, you got infernal
And
bleed
you made
on
the
you
devil regret his
anyhow.
actions again.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he has infernal bleed on him because of that. Oh well, Nella's next.
I'd rather not be next.
Yeah, you don't want to draw its ire because if it attacks you, you die. It's like, it's not a good
Let's
attack.
see, 21 minus 5, 16. Will miss.
Miss.
Yeah, he misses you.
It's
He
this
misses
critical
you.
system's crazy.
Ooh.
It's like you never ever want to be like a caster in melee. Oof. You're gonna get
Yeah,
crit
basically.
That's
so
really, really true.
And then he strikes
That's
Nella with
why I'm
his
hiding all the time.
beard at a minus 5. Okay, so that is actually a -7. So that is still a 22.
If it's
Wow.
-7, it's a hit, but not a crit.
Correct. So it hits you for max damage, 11 points of damage with his beard.
Whew.
He does not have the multiple attack penalty because he's using Wriggling Beard, which is a special attack
Wow.
where it wriggles out.
Wriggling
and-
beard.
Yeah, it basically just uses the last one. So you get hit, but give me a fortitude save as it tries to give you poison, oh so fun damage. 22. You
Or
are
say no thank you to the
completely-
poison.
No problem. Mr. Peepers is not up because you go before the devil, and Mama is up once and for all.
does Mr. Peepers take his condition stuff on his turn that he's not up,
Correct.
or when's that happen?
When you drop, you move in front of the person who killed you. So he's got a while
Oh,
to go. Yeah,
gotcha.
that automatically happens.
So it gives you a chance to actually try and
Yeah,
get
it
him
gives
out.
the
that's
whole
true, that's
party
good.
a chance to help him. So it's actually a
Yeah,
very
that's
nice
good.
system. Mama's up.
Yeah. Mama's main goal is to kill this thing before it kills all of us. So
Absolutely. 100%.
Kill him, Mama.
I'm going to try and finish this thing off with a power attack.
Oh, that's risky.
Well,
Hey, yeah, I'm for it though. Like we got it. We got it. It's Hail Mary time. All that Hail Mary talk, we're in
It's
it.
risky.
Can I use a hero point at all to stabilize myself at any point?
You can use a hero point to not die.
yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Essentially, if
That's
you use it,
interesting.
you auto-stabilizing and are just unconscious at 0.
Yeah, but for you, it won't happen because we'll get to that in a
Bleeding.
second. Because you
Okay,
have wounds on
okay.
you.
Here it comes. So she brings this katana down as hard as she freaking can. 29 to hit.
Wow.
Misses by a mile.
No,
Mhm.
misses.
No, it
That's a
hits.
19. That might be a crit. Is that a crit?
It's not a 19. It's a
She
29.
rolled a 19. She rolled a 19.
No, it's not going to be
It doesn't
enough.
matter. You have to be. It's
Yeah.
it's
Uh,
1
so you
point
do-
away.
you do minimum damage. Look at that. Minimum
Well,
damage.
it's a 1 and a 6, so it's not that bad. but yeah.
Minimum damage.
It's not minimum. Minimum would be 6 points.
Minimum.
It's
Average,
not
dude.
minimum,
Minimum damage.
except that it's not.
Fucking A, that's awesome.
Nice.
Oh my
Now
god!
release the Kraken. Get this guy going.
Okay. As you slay him, he's sitting on his throne, and he just laughs, and he's like, "I'll be back in a few days. You can't kill me, you mortal fools."
Back to hell.
We're still in rounds because people
We're
are
still in rounds.
dying.
That's
I also
Uh,
should be taking a couple points of fire damage
Oh,
from
yeah, I
the throne,
forgot
but I'm
about
not as
that.
worried about it. My last action is actually going to be to push Mr. Peepers away from the burning throne.
I was wondering who was going to remember that, and I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
I'm going to
good.
do a shove action to move him 10 feet this way.
Whee!
Well, I don't know if you can shove him 10 feet. You
Well, if
can
I
shoot-
critically
5 feet.
succeed, I
That's
guess I
only
can
5
roll
feet.
it.
Well, roll your die. Yeah, roll, because he's still next to the throne. Let's see your roll.
It's a 5-foot roll. I'll take a 5-foot roll. I don't need a 10.
You're still taking damage. 10. I don't.
Oh
even
my
think you
gosh! I'm going to
succeed.
use my final hero point, the one I got from my campaign service award coin, to
Nice.
try that again.
I thought
That's
you
awesome.
gave that one to.
You
The Thor?
gave that one
Oh,
away.
did I?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you
Oh, I
didn't.
thought you
You
used
didn't
your
give it to
own.
me. I used my own. If you
I was
think
going
about
to,
it.
but then you said
no,
you
you
used
gave
your
it to
own.
Thorgrim. No, you used it to Thorgrim, to Chris. You gave it to Chris.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I guess
She
I move
used
you
it.
5 feet.
So I have 2 then?
No.
Yeah, when did Chris use it?
Okay, I forgot about that. My bad.
No, she used it on Chris. Oh, sorry, Nella's up.
All right. Do I take the fire damage at the beginning of the round or the end of the
Yes,
round?
beginning.
Oh,
that
don't
might-
roll a D4.
Ooh, 2 points
Oh,
of
just
damage.
actually, I might
Almost dead. You only
God.
got 2 hit points left.
He's got 2 hit points
She's
left.
got 2 hit points left as the fire is cranking out.
All right.
Oh,
I
she's almost
step back.
dead.
I step back out of the range of the fire.
Okay.
I take out my healing potion and I take my healing potion.
Okay, you drink your healing potion and heal yourself for 2 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Nix Knox is up.
All right, so this is our situation. So let's see, what can we do? There's lots of things I can do. I can stabilize Mr. Peepers. I can heal Mr. Peepers or anybody. I can also blanket heal everybody, like we were talking about that D8 Hail Mary to try and give everybody some hit points. What do people like?
I like the D8, give everyone hit points.
Yeah, right now that seems pretty good.
Just so we can not die. Like, both me and Nella, or actually me and Mr. Peepers are going to die from bleed and fire.
Yeah, I'd hate to roll a 1 though.
I know. Just don't roll a 1.
Does that stabilize me if you heal me?
Well,
if he-
yes, because you'll be at positive hit points.
Because I'm at
Well, hold on a
negative
second.
1
Let's-
right now.
Let's look at this now.
Well, you're
No,
at 0.
she-
There's no negative.
No,
Oh,
but you also
sorry.
automatically have. Well, who got hit with the beard?
I got hit with the beard, but I made my save.
Mom
that-
and Millicent
if
got
that
hit by
matters.
the
Who got hit by the glaive?
I got
Mr.
hit by the
Peepers
glaive.
got hit by the glaive. So
Mr. Peepers did.
Yeah, Mr. Peepers has the infernal wound on him.
So much dying.
Mr.
So
Peepers has the infernal
what does
wound
that
on him.
mean when you say the infernal?
That
wound?
means he has to make a flat check even to heal you even 1 HP.
So it makes sense to stabilize me.
To make the stabilization check, he has to get past the infernal wound.
Right,
just
he had to do that
heal
on
you.
my turn, and he failed, and then he hero pointed and did it again.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's
That was
Oh,
that
that's
was
a
it.
that's a
That was what it was,
horrific
yeah.
thing.
All right, so next, do what you want to do.
Yeah. Oh boy. So if I'm trying to think what's the optimal here. So this is actually a little tricky, and it's not like we're out of combat, and this will just
Come on.
let's fix it. It's a little tricky. So Thorgrim, you're bleeding. Is that your only problem?
I'm bleeding and burning.
You're bleeding and burning. All right, but
He's
you
bleeding
have hit
and
points.
burning.
You'll be
I
able
have hit points, and I can move away from the burn. I can get rid of the burn.
All right, Nella, you are out of the burn.
I'm okay. I have no status effect, so I'm.
And-
other than the fact that I'm low on hit points, I'm fine.
And you have healing still. Like you still have healing spells, right?
I think I have 1 spell left. Yes.
Okay. So my thought is maximize try to make that roll and maximize the amount of healing and just do a direct heal on Mr. Peepers to give him a buffer. And then Nella pick up the slack with another heal as needed on your turn. Thorgrim, do what you can. Everybody get out of the fire, and hopefully we can hopefully we can outlive the dots.
We can
Sounds
use
good.
turn,
That's-
we can
sounds
use
good.
We can use
right.
actions to try and get rid of the bleed.
All right, so I am casting heal, 2-action heal on Mr. Beavers.
Make your roll.
Okay.
Oh, do I have to make this? I
have
have
to
to
make
make
the
this
roll.
check first, right?
You do.
You want to do it before or after?
20 plus 7. You can do it either one.
All right, so I'll do that now.
Okay. Let's see if your magic can get through the wound.
And this carries on even though he's dead. There isn't some
Yes.
effect when he's dead.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's rough.
There, 22.
It's really rough.
Nice.
22. You get through it, so
Thank
congratulations.
God. All right, so here we
Nice.
go.
And if you had poison, the poison keeps going. When you're down, you really have to. It's like real life. Like if you're on fire, just because you die doesn't mean you magically go out. Wow, you healed him 10. That's almost max.
I'm very good, but look at that. That was a 2. I'm glad I didn't do the blanket heal. That would have been that 2.
Wow.
Okay, you heal Mr. Peepers. He wakes up conscious, but he's still on the ground. Thorgrim, you take
Oh, I do have an action left because that was a 2-action thing.
Oh, okay. You have an action.
I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna move up to this location, and actually I'm out of spells anyway. But whatever, I'm moving up to there.
Okay, Thorgrim, you take 2 points of fire damage, not 3, because you are immune. So you will take a little bit of fire
Right.
damage. And what are you doing? You're still
All
bleeding.
right, hold on. Let me adjust that.
I'm bracing myself for search the body action.
Okay. So where on this level where Nix Nox is, there's no fire over there, right?
It's only
No.
basically around
So there's
this
one
throne.
square around the
This whole
one square around.
yeah.
So
There
like
you
move
go.
there and I'll
Yeah,
start
you're
making a
fine.
check to try and get rid of this bleed, which says some kind of flat check. 15.
Yep,
something.
just to roll 1d20 and we'll see what happens. To see if you can close up the bleeding.
That fails. So can I do it again as a third action?
Do you have any
It's a
modifiers
2-action.
to a 12?
It takes 2 actions to do.
Okay, so that's it.
So
I'm
you
done.
can use a hero point if you want to reroll it. It's up to you.
Do you have
Uh,
a modifier to that?
No,
Oh.
no, it's flat check.
Okay.
There's no
I have no
modifiers.
medical
Okay.
skills. I need someone else to do this for me.
I can do it.
I'm not going to use the hero point yet because I may have to use it to not die. So that's it.
You take 4 points of bleed damage.
Of course, I get maximum damage every time on everything.
You're almost dead. Mr.
Yeah,
Peepers,
I know.
you are awake, you are prone, and you also are bleeding horribly from this damage.
Why does his have a 4 next to it? Mine has a 1.
Well,
because
I have
he
a
has
minus
the
4 from
4
the previous
permanent.
encounter.
Yeah, remember the
That was
Oh,
the
that's
hit. That was the hit
surgeons.
point
Oh,
damage.
Okay,
from
so
last
I'm
time.
going to do a medicine check on myself. That's
You guys have so many ailments on you. I can't even keep track
I know,
of all
I
the
can't either.
icons anymore.
Horrific.
all right. I'm going
Mama's
to do a
fine.
medicine. So to stabilize myself, get rid of this bleed, I'm going to do a medicine check. Is that right, Steve?
You can either use a medicine check.
I'm doing a medicine check.
Up,
25
you-
is the result.
You completely succeed. You roll a d20 and you'll heal yourself
20.
48 points of damage. How about that?
Okay, that's awesome. All
That is
right.
great.
Then I'm going to stand. I'm going to stand and move over to Thorgrim and ready my medicine check for him for next round.
Okay, he doesn't even roll the heal. You don't even care. You don't even care what you heal yourself.
Well, I mean, yeah, all right. I only need 2 hit points, so
Naxian, the board, is slowly dying. He's,
okay.
Mama takes
We're not forgetting some mojo we have to do with
3
the
points
We are.
of
We're forgetting,
fire
yep.
damage from being.
You need to release this guy now. I
Yeah,
think.
release this. This
Mama, what are you doing?
That's what I'm doing. Jeez.
You're awesome.
It's a bunch of nags on this game.
Nope.
I'm
Damn
telling you.
right.
Yeah, there are.
It's a little bit of kibitzing, a little bit of kibitzing.
It's a bunch of forgetful men.
Oh, okay.
Speaking personally.
So yeah, so she's going to spend 1 action just to pull this Wayfinder out and press it to the altar or to the throne. And then she's gonna say the incantation. What was that
Wow.
incantation again?
What is it? What's it, Chris? What's the incan?
It's Klaatu Barata.
Yeah, there you go. Did you say every word? Did you say every bitty word?
Pretty much. Close
Pretty
enough.
much. Close enough. And
Oh,
you
there
say
you go.
that, and
Klaatu
Nick too.
Barata.
he's the devil is
Mhm.
is like kind of laughing until you do that, and he's like no, and then he like dissipates and explodes in fire, and you realize that's probably he's not coming back from that one.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nice.
Surprise coming to him.
Not done yet.
Going back to
Nella is up though.
Sorry, who is still bleeding here?
Oh,
I
no,
am.
don't worry
Thorgrim.
about it.
Thorgrim.
AKA
Well,
nobody.
Okay, then I'll do a medicine to try, or I'll try to help Thorgrim with his bleeding.
I saved Mr. Peepers.
That
all
you
right,
can
Peepers
do.
The power of my god.
No, Peepers
need
is
to
fine.
seek your
No,
religion.
Peepers fine.
Peepers is fine. Mr. Peepers is fine.
Mr. Thorgrim is dying.
Yeah, Mr. Thorgrim is dying. Mr. Peepers did a natural 20 heal on himself. He's totally fine. Let's see what the medicine check is. 12. Unfortunately, it is not enough to
Arg.
help him out. Sorry. Nick Stock is up.
Can I try medicine untrained without equipment to do it?
No, but you can
Flat
try to
check?
assist. You can do an assist. You can just say you're going to assist him on his check when he tries to heal himself, and the flat check goes from a DC 15 to a DC 10.
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
huge.
Then I do that.
Wow.
That is absolutely what I'm
That's
doing.
crazy.
So you're going to help him.
But you have to roll that though, right?
No. Just no. He doesn't do it.
I give you a +5 buff
Actually,
by
I
being
don't
there
know.
to
Hold
assist.
on, wait,
So
let me
the
see.
so the
What are you
assist is not a
asking?
roll, huh?
If he spends 2 actions to help him get rid of persistent damage, then the person taking the persistent damage immediately makes a DC
Right.
10
I
flat
was about
check
to
to try
say,
to
yeah,
stop
you
it.
do the check. Yeah, you do the check right now, Thorgrim, to try to
Okay.
get rid of the damage.
It also lowers the DC permanently to 10.
Yes. So it's there you go. Yep.
So I do that.
No,
Ah,
you do that,
There
and
we
now
go.
oh,
Oh, there you
Chris
go.
rolls a 1. So that
hero
that-
point,
that-
hero
yeah,
point.
he already used. Oh no, he doesn't have. You still
No,
have
he
hero
hasn't
points.
used his own.
I'll
He
use it
hasn't
now.
used
I'll
his
use
own.
it now. Let's
Oh,
try and
he's
get this
using
over
it.
with.
Okay. You're using the hero point, and we're finally going to get out of this attack.
Nope.
Oh,
Now you
Jeez.
accept your fate.
you're all 6.
Yeah, that's a
Thorgrim
critical.
is up. What are you
Oh,
going to do?
it's 6 is enough?
No.
It's not enough. You're still up. You're still bleeding. You got 8 hit points left. I thought you had 4 hit points left.
But you're
Take
what
off.
is it? But now it's a DC 10 or something.
True, it's a DC 10. I think you have 4 hit points, but okay, go.
Oh, I think you're right. I think I have less hit points.
You do.
I think I have 4 hit points, right? Did you do
Yes.
max damage last time?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did. So I'll give you 4. You have 4 hit points
All
left.
right,
You're
I guess
drop
I can
again.
try my roll, right?
Yes,
Which is just
you
a
can.
flat roll.
You can try to flat roll and put your bleeding out. Just roll a
I'm like,
d20.
I'm not gonna be okay. Am I gonna make it?
Don't worry, Mr. Peepers will save you.
2 actions.
Nope.
Oh, he rolls a 9.
Apply
Nope.
pressure.
Oh my gosh.
Now we do the
Mother,
damage.
So simple.
mother.
All right.
Is you guys good at this medicine thing? What the hell happened here?
3 points of damage. You're down to 1 hit point.
Wow.
All right, Mr. Peepers, it's all up to you. Let him
All
die.
right, so this is. I'm going to use my medicine check on him. I have it already
Okay,
ready, and I'm going
Go.
to do skills.
go.
So if you go to 0 from this, is it death or is it not? Because
No, it's close.
Now we have
there you go.
a expert on the
24.
case.
A trained doctor.
He heals him. He gets rid of the bleed, and he does 2d8 healing. And
Really?
Yes.
How
and
does he-
finally,
Of
Battle
course, it's
medicine?
Mr. Peepers. Come on. 2d8.
Would
That
you have
medicine
battle
skill
medicine?
is. I should
you
not
have
have neglected that skill. Let's go.
Yeah. Roll that 2d8.
Wait,
Alright.
do you have battle medicine, Mr. Peepers? Yes or no? I can't remember.
I do. Yeah, trained.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go.
Oh, cool. Well, not the medicine skill, the
Oh,
battle
I-
medicine.
Oh, hold on then.
I really
Is
wish
that
you
a
listened to your
feat?
characters. Yeah.
I don't have the
Skill
feat.
feat.
No, he has.
Battle-
He has
you've
battle
had battle
medicine.
medicine forever.
Oh,
man.
It's
okay.
on
You
your
have it.
character. I'm looking at it. You have twin faint, catfall, battle medicine. He has.
I think
Oh,
your
okay.
homework for next week is to read your character sheet.
Okay, so I'm
Your
looking
homework
at.
is to
I'm
learn
looking at
your
my.
character.
Oh, yeah, it is battle medicine. Okay. That is- It's an interface
Wow.
issue. It's not. It's no. It's not. It's an interface issue.
Okay,
So,
whatever.
just
You don't
checking.
even know what
I'm still waiting for
Mr.
him to roll
Peepers,
2d8.
I did. I did it already. It's on
You
the
did
screen.
11. You did
All right,
11.
I
All right,
did
you're out of combat. The demon
Thank
is
God.
dead.
I'm down to 1 hit point.
That was
Um,
very close. That was very close.
It was fun when he walks up to Thorgrim, one shots him, and literally walks
One
back
shot me.
to his throne because it was so easy. You didn't get a chance to use it, but he actually has a dimension door, and I almost did it.
This actually was a very close domino effect because it came down to the mathematics on whether or not Mr. Peepers actually died from massive damage. Because if he did die from massive damage, all those medicine checks that we needed to survive the dots later
Yeah,
would not have happened.
pretty much. Yeah,
I mean, I have medicine.
I'm the
If
keystone.
Mama got knocked out, it would have been all over.
Well,
Oh,
medicine's
absolutely,
nice.
absolutely.
Medicine's
So-
nice.
so,
But battle
okay,
medicine,
let's-
that's
alright, it's late,
really
let's
nice.
go.
That's, you got to
Alright,
have
it's
that on your character.
Shah.
All right, so
Wait,
wrap it up.
Shah. Let's wrap it up. So, by the way, the person to blame for the reason this devil was so incredibly hard is Mama Millicent, because Mama really made this way, way harder, where he got +2 to everything, his attacks, his damage, and everything
Oh, because
else,
of the level
and
disparity.
+10 to his hit points. So his AC went from 19 to 21. So significant increase.
But it makes sense because without her,
Yeah,
there's
it
no
does.
chance.
Exactly. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
of
That's...
course. Well, it wouldn't have been it would have been cakewalk if he wasn't incredibly tough.
Well,
So-
10% is not a cakewalk. A 10% difference is only 10%. I mean, it's not.
Not true, because then he has also 10% chance higher to crit you. The
Yeah.
math is not 1-to-1.
I really like that though. I just as a
crits are
side
brutal.
commentary. Like I
Brutal.
like how having a higher person in the party is not everybody else is going to ride coattails. It's actually a really risky thing where everybody else is out of the league.
Oh my God,
It's
we're
very
level
cool.
2 now, right? Right?
Well, we're not done yet. So you managed to say the magic words. However, Diggin is still in the Wayfinder. You can do whatever you want. You can keep him in there, or you can say the magic words to release him. He is stuck in there until you release him. So what do you
Oh,
do?
I thought we did that. We're going to release
Yeah,
him,
I think
certainly.
we should release him.
Yeah. Why wouldn't we release him? Is there
Yeah.
a reason? Why
Yeah.
we wouldn't.
Okay. You say the magic words, and
I was actually honestly asking. I don't know if there is.
You're gonna find out. And you let him out, and he appears briefly in front of you. He looks at the throne, and he's like, "I'm free, I'm free!" And then you see him fly away, dissipating.
Be good. Don't do anything.
And he
bad
has
out there.
a hearty laugh that sounds a little mischievous.
Uh-oh.
Maybe that was not such a smart idea.
Mama Millicent, come on!
Oopsie.
What are you doing? What did you do?
Did we release?
Maybe
we open
thought that was
Pandora's
the
box?
plan.
Maybe he was lying to you all along. Maybe the fat old man wasn't as innocent as you thought.
Oh,
Whoopsie! He
Well,
did make a deal with the
makes
devil.
sense. That makes sense. It's like in the story, it was strongly implied that he committed war crimes and
Yeah,
and he
that's-
did
Yeah,
make
that
deals.
one
Was it?
handout implied he wasn't the great
That's
guy
true.
the
Boy.
history books made him out of.
I
Good point.
totally didn't know
Well,
that.
why didn't anyone even point that out till the just
yeah,
now?
Look,
this is a
Well,
little
when
late
I
to
said
point out.
when I asked like, is there a reason why we shouldn't? I honestly was trying to get a discussion going about whether or not we should, not just.
That's
like,
why you say
hypothetically
that.
saying.
You don't just.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You
That's
made
why. That's
tea
why I
for
said.
him.
That's why I said
You
it
made
repeated.
tea for this guy. He's a war criminal, and you made tea for him. Oh my gosh.
Well, it was so long ago. Who knows? Really,
Yeah,
what
that's
happened?
true.
And besides, we did make a deal.
Okay, so now are we level 2?
So you now seem to have control of the throne, and the person who has control of the throne has control of the tower.
And we have
what
the
do you want to
deed.
do? You have the deed. What do you wish to do? You can
Mr.
free-
Peeper sits on the throne.
Okay, you sit on the throne.
I tried to find
and
the off switch.
You
in the
immediately
thermostat.
take
I turned down the
1d4
heat.
points of fire.
Yikes!
It's a hot
Yikes,
seat.
yikes,
It's a
yikes. I
hot
get off
seat.
the throne. I get off the throne.
It's hot. It's really hot.
All right.
Well, it's hot because see all those grates? There's like this was built. This demon devil obviously had time to turn this into like its lair, and it likes it hot. I mean, it's a devil. So what do you want?
Yeah.
It's
All
something that you're gonna have to talk to the the architect, the home decorators about when you come back and like fix up the place.
I'll get a general contractor to change all that up. That'll
Yep.
be in the later time.
Change it to air conditioning.
Yeah.
Change it to cold.
Yeah. no
Cold
kidding.
damage.
So I will say that you go through the keep. All the kobolds are dead. You seem to have dissipated the devil. A large sort of emanating feeling of evil that was in this space dissipates, and you can actually feel like a relief, like something has been changed in this place. So it sounds like you actually did release him and take over. You go back, way back to the Grand Lodge, where you meet with Zarta Darlinen, and hears all about this, and has very keen interest in the ghost.
I know. It's like
and would have liked to know, did you keep the ghost? I'll gladly trade your Wayfinder for another one, because we could do a lot of interesting studies on that ghost if you kept it. Did you keep it?
Nope.
no, we made a deal with the ghost, though. We had to let him go, so we had to keep him.
Oh, that's
Wasn't a dangerous
shame.
ghost.
That's a shame.
It was a
would've been-
friendly ghost.
It doesn't
That
matter.
might be
We made a deal. A deal's a deal.
fascinating.
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
It was like
Oh.
getting the devil out was contingent on us letting him go. We had to keep our word.
Oh well, it would have been fascinating.
Are you
I could've-
lawful, by the way,
She
Nick?
could have. She could have studied the crap
I
spirit.
blow the wind.
Shame.
Like today,
Yeah.
I happen to be lawful. Tomorrow, I'll be chaotic.
All right, that's cool. All right.
Earlier in this adventure, I was good, and a little bit later, I was a little evil.
Well, you managed to, I see, find the deed. You managed to get rid of the devil, freed, Digging Thrune. Unfortunately, would have been fun to study him and find out all about what he knew. But shame about that. But good job, Pathfinders. Good job, Black Lodge. Good job. And with that, sure enough, you managed to fulfill the primary objective by recovering the last two handouts, which were the deed and that diary entry. So that
Right.
gives you two fame and two reputation. You also have the secondary objective of either sealing the devil in his throne, or you could have given Diggin' Throne to him and
Which
done a
was the
deal with the
sensible
devil.
move. Oh yeah, totally.
Either one would have worked.
Missed opportunity.
But that is secondary objective, and so you get two fame and two reputation. See, that would have been very fascinating if you actually made a deal with the devil, and then suddenly the Pathfinders have a lodge with the devil entrapped into it. That would have been very
It goes
fascinating.
very against my character class and everything else, my code of conduct.
Yeah.
It seemed
So
like
with
a
that,
bad idea
you-
at the time.
Yeah, you do make it up to level 2. All of you except
Nice.
for
Woohoo!
Mama, because Mama is already level 2.
I'm already level
And-
2.
Yeah, that's right. And the cool thing about, let's see, I will give
So
you
those
all...
kobolds were level 2 kobolds, is what we were
No.
fighting.
No,
Oh,
they're
okay.
level
There's just more of them.
-1.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
well,
garbage.
I know, but like,
But the kobold encounters were level 2 kobold encounters.
yeah, the encounters were level
like
2.
1.5. Like
Wow.
2. Like
They
level-
probably just add a few more,
yeah,
Yeah.
it depends how you
Yeah.
do it. It's not really level 2, because it was like level 1.5, because in level 2
aperitifs.
it keeps going up, so you're not really there. So
Okay.
I will show you what cool things you get. Hold on.
Ooh, cool things.
You have to pay for it.
That's all right. I've actually been saving my money.
Right before the adventure's over, I drink the found Cure Light Wounds potion. So,
Do any of you have persistent effects? Oh, that's right. Did you have to get rid of?
oh yes.
Those will magically go away, so you don't have to worry about those.
Well, time cures all.
So here's the adventure summary. What seemed like a relatively simple journey to a country township turned out to be a long trek through skeleton-infested woodlands to a tower filled with kobolds, traps, ghosts, and devils. Hopefully you took away more than you left behind. Certainly you steered the faith of the long-imprisoned ghost of Diggin' Thrune, who... And then here's all the different checkboxes. You could have even remained him imprisoned in the keep, give him to the Pathfinders for study, or moved him onto the afterlife. You appeared to have moved him onto the afterlife. And then, when faced with the choice of whether to bind the devil to an aging keep and take command of it for yourselves, you could have either A, seized the opportunity, or B, decided not to dabble in infernal matters. And you decided to not dabble.
Yeah,
in
we're not
infernal
dabbling in that.
matters.
No way.
Now, the boon you get is a cool boon, an advanced boon called Devil's Keep. You are now the rightful master of the infernal keep known as Diggin's Rest. Once per adventure, you may use the following reaction. And you have Infernal Detonations, a reaction. A creature within 30 feet of you targets you or an ally with an attack. And the effect is the creature takes fire damage equal to 1d6 plus your level. And then a basic reflex save. So you can basically instantly cast them on fire. And however, the other one is funny, is Diggin the Liar. And if you refuse to release the ghost of Diggin through and instead turn the captive spirit over to the Grand Lodge, you would have had a special effect in a future scenario, as you did not know that Diggin is a compulsive liar and everything he told you was fake. Oh! But you didn't do that, so you won't find out about that.
No sense motives.
So, too late. And then the things you get is a +1 hand wrap of Mighty Blows for 35 gold pieces. You don't need that. The Tracker's Goggles, 60 gold pieces. And Archaic Wayfinder is 30 gold pieces. So those are the fun new things you can play with. And then all of you got max gold and max prestige and everything. So
Nice.
whatever that is.
You didn't miss any treasure?
14. Nope, you didn't miss any. 14 gold.
Nice.
And more for Vanessa. Vanessa gets the bonus because she's level 2. So she gets...
Oh, neat.
How many do you get? You get... I actually have to do yours.
Congrats.
separately.
Can you send us like a totals in the email or something?
Yeah, I'll do it.
We get the receipt, right? We get the what do you call it? The Chronicle, right? The Chronicle.
So yeah, Mama gets 22 gold. How about that?
Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice.
So she gets the big money. Big money. The rest of you get 14. But now you're all level.
Buy something shiny.
Yeah. So
That's cool. So we'll up our characters for next week, level 2.
So real quick before we finish, Mama, do you quickly want to do whatever you're going to do at the end? I presume. Are you going to try to make money, or are you going to try to do anything like that, or what do you? Do?
Yeah, I'll just make money. Since this is sort of a wild land, she is going to attempt to use warfare lore to help figure out where we should set up patrols and checkpoints and things. And I rolled a horrible 9 total.
You roll a 9.
Yeah, I didn't succeed at anything.
You don't critically fail, unlike some people I know, but you do fail because the DC is 14, I believe. So you get 1 copper piece a day. So congratulations, Mama got 8 full copper pieces for her hard work.
Congrats.
They're
Congratulations.
like, sure, here's a beer, and I'll go away.
Pretty much.
That's really funny. It's like you basically did it for free and got lunch. You got a sandwich.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you spent 8 days doing that.
They got you to do it for exposure.
So Vanessa has bought what she was going to buy, which is nothing, and she was going to do her roll, which she did, and did terrible. So that leaves the rest of you craggly folks, Mr. Peepers, Nella, Thorgrim, and Nixnox. Now, you are level 1. At the end of this adventure, you will be level 2, but the rules state that you are still treated like the low-life level 1s that you are, because that's the rules. But the good news is, let's see, everyone, as I said before, gained 4 XP, which gets you to level 2, because now you have 12. Everyone gets 4 fame and 4 reputation with your faction, which we'll get into a little bit. And everyone gets 14 gold, which means most of you now have a fair amount of gold. You're finally starting to accumulate gold, if you will, let's say. Without spending anything, most of you are in the mid-40s. Except for Seth Lipton, Mr. Nixnox, Crowbox, has 47 gold. He's the moneybags of the group right now, if he wants. So
Yes.
to go first, because I just need to know A, if you're buying anything, B, if you're selling anything, and C, most importantly, what are you doing with your downtime, in which we can see if Jason McDonald can fail his earned income roll 3 games in a row. I hope so.
You really had to go right into that, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, man.
I did. I want to see it.
I guess that puts me on. I guess that puts me on the stage then. All right. Well, I'm not going to buy. I'm going to hold on my money and not buy anything. I don't think I need to sell anything. So those first two are easy. And yes, now I will take an ill-fated third attempt at doing some work as a scout to get some money coming in.
Right. You can use craft, lore, or performance. Those are the three things you can use.
All right. Well, then I am going to use my scouting lore.
Okay. Now, your character, by the way, you're rolling off against is actually your level 2 character. So we're just going to take one off of your roll. And the DC, all you're trying to do is hit a DC of 14. That's it. That's all you're trying to do. DC 14. How hard can that be?
You wouldn't think it would be that hard, would you?
You wouldn't, but
all right,
let's
find
see.
Out. Drum roll, please.
Oh my God!
14, finally!
Right on the nose. 14.
Oh wait, did we take off the -1?
You failed. 13.
That's awesome. Hero point.
That is fantastic. I love it.
I hate my
Once
life.
again,
I drink to that failure.
You know what? I would think at this point, people would start finding out about Nella's tours. And it's almost like, what was that movie where people would go on tours and it was all like fake stuff? It wasn't like, oh, look, there's the animal and it's like a dog and antlers. It's like, oh, look, there's a dinosaur and it's like a deer with like, things taped to its back. And it's like, oh, there's a zebra and it's like a donkey painted with stripes. It's like Nella's famous animal tours. But once again, Nella.
Yeah, that's it's like
one
Joe.
star. One
Like Joe
star.
Exotic.
I was only mildly
Tiger King.
incompetent.
8 copper. Good job, Nella.
It's like you're getting a lot of 1-star reviews.
He's looking at all you guys.
I'm deleting my Yelp account, I think.
That's 3 weeks. That's the 3 times in a row. So your entire level 1 earned income has failed. You've never succeeded. Well,
And what is the equivalent of throwing hats on the ice?
yeah.
I would love a montage of the story of why your tours are always crap. Like one time somebody gets food poisoning, another time like somebody gets stuck by a bear. Like, just a whole montage of like why it's a fail.
Yeah.
It's like you leave the tour with 10 people, you come back with 3. You're like, what happened to the other 7? It's like there wasn't 7. We always had 3.
we should have taken the left turn at Albuquerque.
Okay, well, with that out of the way, who's next? We got John, Chris, and Seth. Who's next?
I can go next.
All right,
Go, Chris.
Chris is going to
So-
take a while, so let's everyone sit back.
If
If you're going to go, whoever listeners, go get a drink. It's going to take a while. Okay,
Yeah.
let's hear.
Chris has got to learn how
It's
to level up
actually-
his
For
character.
me, it's surprisingly simple. I am selling my chainmail because it did not protect me sufficiently enough, and I am buying full plate, and I am buying a medical kit, and that's it. That's all mine.
You're buying a what?
Medical kit?
Oh, medical kit. Okay.
Is that what it's called? I think it's called that.
Medicine kit. Yeah, medical kit. One of
Medicine,
those,
yeah, medicine. Healer's
Yeah,
healer's tools.
Healer's tools. That's it. I was like,
Yes.
what? Healer's
Yeah.
tools. Yeah, same thing. Okay.
And that's it for the purchases. And I'm actually not sure how much gold I have left over, but I do want to do a downtime of blacksmithing, which
You can do
I
that?
often do. So it's
Yes.
crafting. I'm going to roll my crafting skill. I get a +1 to this roll because it is
That's correct.
blacksmithing, but I get a -1 because of the thing, right? So,
Yeah, because it's actually level 2 character.
okay. So
we'll
this
we'll just use it as raw.
this roll will be the actual roll.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. He's a dwarf. Let's see how the dwarf
Get that-
does with Oh, 19! He succeeds! Nella should take some notes.
Natural 19. I would've-
refuse.
You refuse.
I take no
Way
notes.
to be, Noah. I support you.
Yes. So that's successfully earning income at 5 coppers a day for 8 days. So that is 4 silver pieces you earn. Look at that.
All right. So
That's it's not as much as if you critically succeed, you can earn 2 silver a day. believe it or
nice.
not.
I almost did actually. I think if I rolled a natural 19, I would have. If you could send me what my total money is right now, so I can just
I
make
will
it
right now.
Yeah, I just want to match it up to these character sheets.
Yep, I'll do that. Let me put in the job roles for everyone. Let's see. Jason McDonald, 0.08 gold. That's about right. Chris Beamer, 0.4 gold. And then I got to do your buying and selling. Who is next? Who is the sucker that will be next?
John, do you want to go?
I'll
Should I
be.
go?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'll
you
be.
go ahead.
Okay, so Mr. Peepers cannot do his thievery for his downtime.
You cannot. We
I
made a
cannot.
mistake.
Well,
with that.
not without risk of my.
No, you
reputation.
can't. Actually, you can literally only do craft, lore, and performance. That's it. Those are the only downtime activities allowed in the rules. In the real game, you can probably finagle that, but in Pathfinder Society, everyone uses
Right.
the same rules. It's a big part of the game, so I can't.
Sure.
finagle that.
So as far as performance, can I do acrobatics? Can I be part
Nope.
of an?
It has to literally be your performance. It's a check. It's actually a skills performance.
Okay, so I have crafting +5.
Yeah, that's what I had.
I'm going to craft.
+5 -1.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
that's decent.
make.
It's not so bad, actually. So.
Right. I am going to make ashtrays out of clay. That is the crappiest. So I'm going to do a crafting check, and I guess that's.
Yep, just your crafting. It's going to be -1 because I leveled you, so that's all.
Need a
Right,
natural
so-
10.
So I'm going to do D20.
50-50 chance.
Oh my god!
Oh, Mr. Peepers rings a bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Natural 20. First time
That's a
ever. Critical success.
Oh, he's rolling in the money. He's rolling in the money.
Mr. Peepers
Shower it.
has found his calling.
Yep.
You have performed and created the greatest ashtrays Galarian has ever seen. This blows away the first graders. It blows away the kindergartners.
Suck
It
it, first
even
graders.
blows away the nursery school kids. Your ashtrays are a sight to behold.
So good.
You
I'm going to make these first graders regret they ever left kindergarten. That's what I'm talking about.
John, Mr. Peepers, earns 2 silver a day for a whopping 1.6 gold pieces in his earn time, downtime.
It's so good. It's
That's
a
like-
sea of green. I see a sea of green.
That's like 4 times as much as I made. That's crazy.
That's like Nella, do you want an ashtray?
Oh
Oh, you
my
can't afford
God.
one. You can't afford it.
Oh
it's
my
too much.
Okay, so that out of the way. Okay. I am going to upgrade one of my short swords with a rune
Really?
of +1 power. Just +1 to hit. It's for 35 gold pieces. There's no risk, and it takes 1 day to do. So I don't know if that actually affects my income. It should, actually.
Well, you're not doing it. It just you're
I
just
paid
buying
somebody.
it.
I just
Yeah, you just pay it. You just
I wave my hands and make it so. Okay.
pretty much it.
All right. So I'll send Seth on that errand to make it so. So
Wow.
maybe I'll say Nix Nux. Make it so. You
Wow.
are So question: does that make my short sword a magical weapon?
Yes,
That's what I want. Okay.
that's correct.
And I am that. And that's just 1. So I still have some money left over. And that will probably take over. And believe it or not, I actually had Thieves' Tools. I was going to buy Thieves' Tools. I actually had Thieves' Tools. And I just did not see them on my inventory. So I don't need to buy anything.
What a surprise!
Yeah, no surprise.
What a surprise that John missed.
User interface defeats me once again.
All right, Seth, you got a hard act to follow there.
Actually, that works perfectly. That kind of fills in the blank of the narrative portion of what I wanted to do. Because what I want to do is do crafting, doing the practice basic 101 to practice my craft with the ultimate ambition of crafting magical items. So you gave me a great idea. I'm going to work in the guild doing exactly what you need done. I'm installing runes for people and installing those little buffs on items for people to get a feel for magical items and how to make magical items and use that as practice, while at the same time making some money. So crafting, doing exactly that, and it could happen that Mr. Peepers comes in and he's one of my customers.
Oh, I don't think it's an accident that Mr. Peepers comes in and he's one of your customers. I think he comes in and makes sure that you craft his +1 short sword. And of course, Mr. Peepers is going to ask for tons of filigree and other miscellaneous items that serve no purpose whatsoever.
All right, I have a request. If I roll a 1 and crit fail, can sometime during the next adventure the rune fall out?
Oh, I'm going to have his sword just disintegrate next time.
That would be fabulous. All right, so I roll, and my skill is crafting. Right?
16. That is a success. It's actually
Huzzah.
15, but it's still a
Huzzah.
success. Barely. So you get a whopping 4 silver. So you managed to successfully craft Mr. Peepers' sword. So look at that.
Thank you, Nick Knox.
And what is Nixnox going to buy?
Are you buying or selling?
Nothing,
anything?
because
Wow.
because I want to save up my money. Because I want to save up my money for one of those legacy magic items that we have the opportunity to purchase from all of our adventuring. Like, we're building up this queue of all these items that are available only because we went on these adventures.
Yes.
But the good ones are like 200 gold pieces, so I'm saving up in order to be able to buy one.
So one thing else I wanted to mention is that for the first time, well, not ever, because you can do this before you get enough reputation, is that there is something special for Pathfinder Society, which is reputation. So all of you have, I believe, somewhere between 12 and 14 reputation with your factions. And the way it works is that there's this thing called the reputation tier. And so it starts off at reputation tier 0, which means you have 0 reputation. But then once you get 10 reputation, you go up to reputation tier 1. And then eventually, when you get 30, it's tier 2, 50, tier 3, and then finally 90, tier 4. All of you, for your main faction, and by the way, it has a rep for other factions. You'll get reputation through other factions, not just your main one. And there's even things you can buy. But what I'm getting at is that now all of you are tier 1. And what does that mean is that inside your faction, you can start buying things. And depending on the faction, they're all themed for the faction. So some of them allow you to buy a helper or a torchbearer, or some of them allow you to do better in your roles or do better in your research to automatically succeed no matter what. Nella. Things like that. So I'm going to give you the link right now.
And when you say reputation, does that also mean fame? Because there's fame
There's
as
fame
a currency
too.
as
Yeah,
well.
there's fame as well.
That's a
there's-
separate currency.
That's a separate
okay.
currency.
Okay, just
So
want to make sure.
we're going to talk about reputation right now. And if you see here, what happens is that you have rep, and then there's a cost to each one of these items. So I just sent you a link, and this is online. This is the Pathfinder Society rules. And you'll see there's a thing called all faction boons. So like tier 0, there's a whole bunch. There's this thing like you can get a hireling, you can have multicultural training, you can have a resurrection plan, which is spending fame to return from the dead. So your tier is based on your rep, and then you spend fame. So your tier never goes down. Like, you can only go up. You don't actually spend. You don't spend your reputation, but you do spend your fame. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Right. So we're all probably lower tier, which makes sense.
You're all around. Well, you get 4 per adventure. So at this point, I mean, I have all your totals. But like, for example, let's say Mr. Peepers, you're part of Envoy's Alliance. So you got 4 for the first one, 4 for the second one, and then 4 for this one. So now you have 12.
Did I get any extra for that one short adventure?
We're gonna talk about that. That's
okay.
Next. That's fine. So, and then, but by the way, the very first adventure, everyone got 2 fame for Vigilant Seal. Like you just happened to get it because
All right.
that was part of the adventure. That doesn't really matter for you, but like the second adventure, that was Radiant Oath. So Chris, who's a member of Radiant Oath, you got 6 rep
Nice.
instead of 4 because you're part of that. Everyone else got 2. So it's just like
Nice.
there's ways to get fame and rep from other factions. And it's just part of the game. It's been part of the system forever. Now you don't have to buy any of these, but I thought you should at least look at them and be aware of how this works.
And so just so I understand how this works out, at the beginning of an adventure, we look at the boon possibilities and we tell the GM what boons we choose. We are allowed each 1 boon per adventure. Is that correct?
You're actually allowed a couple of different boons per adventure. There's different slots for the boons.
Okay. Because
I'll
I
have to
see
look that
that
up.
there's a lot of boons that are 0 cost.
Right. Some of them are 0 cost.
And some of the good ones are also 0 cost. So
Yes.
I don't know if multiple boons is even possible. That's not a possibility, right?
Well, some of them are promotional, like promotional service awards. Like if you look, you have to click on it and then see the requirements, and some of them you can't get because they're
Okay.
0. But then the requirements are that you have to be like at a convention or something. So take a look at the requirements. Those aren't all really possible. But if you see, it says right there the trait, and that's the different types of slots. Let me look this up for a second. What the exact traits are? I put the link in the game itself. Look in the chat area. I'll put it in Discord. Hold on.
Oh, it's got a nice picture of a convention. I remember those. I remember when you could group up like that.
Yeah. You're so 2019.
I know. Member berries. Are you familiar with member berries?
Yeah,
of course.
member
Member
Remember the Millennium Falcons? Always start with it. Remember Tatooine?
Oh, that's the first hour of our podcast is remembering what happened in freaking. Yeah, so there's a lot of things like that are 0 cost, and I qualify for multiple things that are
Okay,
0
so
cost. So
let me just tell you, there's 5 boon slots available. So you get 5 total.
oh,
3 of the slots are generic and can be used to slot any kind of boon other than a faction and advanced boons. Faction boons indicate the faction you've chosen, and advanced boons are rare and powerful. So there's a whole section on this. There's like advanced, ally, downtime, faction, heroic, item, limited use, mentor, promotional, property, service, slotless, social, and trait. So you basically get 3 boons and then a faction boon, and none of you have advanced.
that's
So-
during an event. Each
Yes.
adventure. Okay.
But remember
okay.
when you've been slotting, like you've been slotting the free lay on hands?
Yeah.
That's a boon. So like that takes one of your slots.
Okay. Okay.
Now
Does
you don't
that-
have to you don't
Does
have
that
to decide
include
any of that.
the cure light wounds is one thing that we've
No, those are items. Those are free items you get. But after each
Right.
adventure,
that's not a boon. Okay.
like it'll actually seize this boon here. So after this one, you got infernal detonations. A trigger a creature within 30 feet of you targets you or an ally, and then they take fire damage. That's a boon. So if you're going to slot that for an adventure, that takes up one of your boons.
Okay.
So eventually, you get 1 boon pretty much per adventure. So you already have 3 boons just from adventuring. And when people play a lot of these, they'll have 50 boons. So
Right,
you'll have more boons than you know what to do with.
And so this cost, like say I'm looking at the chart, all factional boons, hireling, the cost is 4. Is that 4 per adventure or 4 to purchase that boon? And then for every adventure, you may slot that. How does it work?
You read it, but I believe it's per adventure.
Okay. Wow. All right.
The faction ones are like kind of expensive. If you look here, it says it costs 4 fame, and let's see. You recruited a non-combat hireling who can assist you with a certain set of skills. The ally performs with a total modifier to 2 plus your level. You're considered trained. You must expend any actions. hirelings. The hireling does not participate in combat.
I could get a hireling to do my downtime for me.
Yeah. Actually, I think you keep
Yeah.
the hireling. Actually, some of these are one time. I think the hireling you keep. So you literally, wow, that will get scary. You literally have a hireling following you around like a torchbearer.
Oh. As a
I
GM,
like
do
that.
you have objections to the hireling?
No, not at
Okay.
all. It's considered, but it's a non-combat hireling, and they can only help you with a certain skill checks. And its modifier isn't that great. I mean, it's 2 plus your level, and they're trained. So it's 2, and your level's 2, so that's a 4. So that's a train. So they get a +6. So
Yeah, they can
that's
also
okay.
carry a torch, though. They can carry a torch, and sometimes that's pretty good.
The Radiant Oath has a nice one. It's like practiced healer or something, like practiced medic, that basically gets you a boon where you can one time increase your heal check roll by 1 tier. So if it's like a critical failure, it becomes a failure. If it's a failure, it becomes a success. If it's a success, it becomes a critical success.
I like that.
So that's kind of nice. It's kind of like a free automatic hero point for a heal.
So would you have to, like, just as we play, would you create a hireling, and that hireling is subject to attacks and AoE damage and all that stuff? Or do you prefer like more of a gamified type of thing where it's invisible? I mean,
Well, it says right in the description, the hireling does not participate directly in combat, cannot be harmed unless willingly engaged, and has no other effect than to perform the selected skill checks. They can't even hold the torch.
Yeah,
They
it's
literally
like
do
extremely
nothing.
abstracted. It's extremely abstracted. It's like you might
Right.
you should kind of it's kind of like a familiar, you know, like it's it's like it's
Like
basically
an unseen servant, actually.
yeah, it's basically just an item that gives you buffs, but the narrative conceit is that there's a guy.
I will literally say his name is Jeeves, and when you say Jeeves, he just magically appears, and it's like, yes, sir, and then he'll do what you ask him, and then disappear, and you'll never see him again until you call his name.
So would you allow a torchbearer to extend my
No.
vision?
No, it looks like all it is a thing that gives you a bonus on your skill.
Yeah, it literally says has no effect other than performing selected skill
Okay,
checks. Period.
all right.
There's no room for wiggling there. It's not
All
a
right.
person.
All right.
Mr. Peepers can pretend he's carrying a torch, but he isn't.
All right. Well,
Pretty good though, because it
I
adds
know
more
my
skill.
boons anyway. Yeah.
And it doesn't go away. I mean, it's there, right?
But you have to slot it to use it. And eventually you will have things, it's one of those things like, do you want to slot it or do you want to get something else? And, there's a couple of interesting ones in here. I mean, there's the resurrection. I like the life insurance one that brings you back to life if you die.
So we're tier 1.
You are now tier 1. And now for the all tier, it adds up all of your rep for everything. So for those of you, because you basically can be tier 1 in your faction, and then you'll become tier 2 in the all tier faction because you have earned 4 extra rep in other factions besides your own. So all of you have, I'm just doing the math, you have 12 reputation in your faction, but you have 16 reputation because you got an extra 2 from Vigilant Seal, an extra 2 from Radiant Oath in the all tier faction, and there's a table for that too.
And the chart underneath that is the Envoys Alliance. I see tier 1 stuff, but do we have access to that?
Yeah, you have access to all the tier 0 and all the tier 1.
Of all of these charts?
No, of only your faction. You have access to tier 1 of the all faction. You have access to tier 1 of your faction. And I believe you have access of tier 0 for all other factions.
Well, I think so. In fact, each faction has one of the boons is called Champion, like Grand Archive Champion, Horizon Hunters Champion, which basically it looks like it lets you earn reputation for a second faction.
Yes, if you want to start getting rep for 2 at a time, you can do that.
Because the Radiant Oath has some pretty good healing ones, so I was actually considering getting the Radiant Oath Champion and slotting that, so I also get Radiant Oath reputation.
Right, and that's why it's the Envoy's Alliance champion is 0, and because then anyone can get it. Like if you want to champion that faction, you can spend 4, and then slot that, and then you can start getting faction in two factions at once. So none of you need to understand this and worry about this right now. I just wanted to bring this to your attention. It's like it's not something you would have done too much before. I mean, maybe you would have, but now you know how it works. That's kind of it. Actually, now you've kind of quote mastered the game, if you will. Like you know the whole thing with how the experience works. You know how it works with earning special items that you can only get and unlock through playing the adventures. You know how downtime works. You know how crafting works, and now you know how fame and prestige work.
Cool. There's one here that gets rid of infamy. 1 point.
Yeah.
You get rid of it.
So when we start our next adventure, we would start by telling you what slots we are with our boons.
Yes, I've done that with you before.
Okay.
I did that even this time. Is that I say, "Hey, what are you slotting?" And then I think you all pretty much slotted the one that you got the free lay on hands.
Right.
So
does anybody know what that is called?
That was in your. If you look at your chronicle, that's what the chronicles are for. It's listed in your chronicle.
Okay.
So if you look at your chronicle for what is it, 1-12?
How much fame do we have?
12.
12.
Oh, actually, no. We have different amounts, right?
Well, it depends. For Seth,
It's like just to simplify everything. It's obviously tempting to just save up to 25 fame and get the resurrection plan.
Resurrection plan.
you
yeah.
have Nix Nox has 12 in Horizon Hunters, 2 in Radiant Oath, and 2 in Vigilant Seal.
Oh, so complex. So wait, so the factions that I care about are what? Radiant Oath and something. What do I care about?
Radiant Oath, you have 2. Vigilant Seal, you have 2. Horizon Hunters, you have 12.
I have.
This will be at the top of all your character sheets eventually.
Yeah, there's got to be some way of adding.
I have a spreadsheet.
Like I'm just saying, within Hero Lab, there has to be a way of adding fame to your character.
Yeah, all that's in the journal.
That's journal.
Yeah, that's in the journal. You can add it in the journal.
There, I posted something in Discord that shows your totals.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, that answered. All right, so between all of you, I have my answer. That's wonderful. So now I have a full drop-down menu of all the different factions, and so I can select them individually and do what I need to do. Awesome.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh wow, what a spreadsheet! Look at this.
So, looking at this spreadsheet, I'm looking for 12. Like I see 4 for Envoy's Alliance and 2 for Radiant Oath.
Well, because the first one is each adventure, so it's the adventure 1, then the second one is adventure 2, and then the third one's adventure 3. See how I did it? So if you look at you earn 2 in Vigilant Seal and then 4 in Envoy's Alliance for the first adventure. That's not your total.
Okay.
I'm just putting
all
in
right.
your how much you earn.
Oh, those
for
are
each of
3
those.
separate adventures. Okay.
Those are 3 separate adventures.
Got it. Okay.
So I got a lot of Radiant Oath. I got like 14.
Correct. Yes, you have 12. Sorry, you have 2 more than everyone else. A lot.
I have a lot more than everyone else.
True. 2 more.
Oh,
Actually, no. Like, look at
Really?
Nella.
All right, so that's the number.
Nella only
Got
has
it.
2 total, right?
Well, everyone got 2 from that adventure. That's right. Everyone
But
got
she only,
2
but
from
she only
Radiant
has
Oath.
2. Like, I have 14. Like, it's a big difference.
Yeah, but I do get 4 each for Verdant Wheel, so I got 12.
Right.
for Verdant Wheel.
And I'm talking about Radiant Oath, yeah.
Well, because if you get extra from that faction and you're in the faction, you get the extra 2. That's why.
But look at that first adventure. The only person who got Radiant Oath was me.
Well,
No.
because that's your faction. You're
Yeah,
in the faction.
Mr. Peepers also got 4.
We all got 2. You got 6. Everyone gets 4 in their home faction, and then you got 2, and then we got 2 extra for the faction that gave us the mission, and those for you happen to be the same.
And sometimes we all get some of another faction.
I
Correct.
actually should have
Everyone
gotten.
got 2 from the Vigilance Seal in the first one.
Right.
Actually,
Well, Mr. Peepers is an Envoy's Alliance, according to you. Unless you changed it.
no. I'm Radiant Oath.
You're Radiant Oath?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm looking at my hero app. Hold on. Let me
That
just
seems
look at it.
odd choice.
Hold on. I might be wrong.
I don't guarantee you're wrong.
I'm probably wrong.
It was Radiant Oath because it's the most paladin-y.
Yeah, I'm factions. My faction is Radiant Oath.
Odd choice, but okay.
Well, not for Pathfinder, because you can't do anything nasty as a thief in Pathfinder. So, or not Pathfinder, but as far as the Pathfinder Society.
Well,
Wow, he is a Radiant Oath champion. Oh my god.
we're in the same thing. You're very supportive on the dealing with evil.
Surprise!
Even good? Is your character even good? Aligned.
Neutral good.
Okay, good.
Absolutely. Absolutely neutral good.
Guess what, Chris? You're no longer the most with Radiant Oath. Mr.
Yeah.
Peepers beside you.
Right there. Mr. Peepers is always at the top. Just there.
You should have chosen Grand Archives, so no one has that.
Yeah, well.
There, I updated the charts to
That's
show the show, and of course, Mr. Peepers is above Thorgrim, as always.
Should be.
Ah.
Should be. Should be.
Never.
It's something for him to shoot for. Like, it's always inspiration.
We should have a
for-
duel.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be able to find him. He would disappear. He would poof disappear.
Yeah, he'd be disappeared because he'd be in a dirt nap on the ground.
All right, Thorgrim, the pincushion. Thorgrim, you might as well be wearing tissue paper instead of full plate.
Right.
That's pretty interesting. Full plate is a lot. So I'm 12 with fame for
No, you're
Radiant Oath.
No, you're actually 14 because you got an extra +2 from the second adventure.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 4, 6, 4.
Oh, so fame is just a flat thing where you get a certain amount of fame wherever you adventure, and so we have a certain amount.
Correct. You have. I can tell you what you have.
Mr. Peepers bought a +1 short sword.
No, I bought a rune that gives one of
I
my
wrote in there.
short swords a
Yeah.
+1 bonus to make it.
It's a
magical.
basic. It becomes
Forever?
a one.
Forever.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
For
so cool.
35 gold. 35 gold.
That's pretty
So I could use my trident. I could do that to my trident then. Huh?
Yeah, I know. I
Yes,
snap
you
my
can.
fingers and I say, "Nix Nox, make it so," and he makes it so.
I did. I made
Can
it
you,
so.
can you take that rune and move it to a different thing?
You can,
No.
yes.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, you
Yeah,
can, but
yeah, you
it's
3.5 gold.
You
That's it.
pop it out.
Yeah,
3.5 gold.
So
and you can
cool.
move it.
All right, that's really good to know because I
yeah.
wanted a
Okay.
+1 weapon, but I
I
don't really
knew-
want a longsword. I want cooler weapon like battle axe and trident.
Yeah.
Everyone has a total fame of 12. Everyone's total fame. That's
Yeah.
what you get.
Okay, so if I add 8 fame to this entry, that should reconcile everything.
You figured it out.
I hope so.
It's child's play. A child could do it. There's so many boons. Like, it's crazy. And they're so all different. Like, one of them is like a downtime battery. Like, it stores up medical training. And then, like, after you get 8 days of downtime, you can use it in an adventure. It's very cool.
Yeah. Sorry, patrons. Tonight is an exciting episode of Roll for Accounting.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat, Tales from the Black Lodge. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com. You can also find us and play various games on our Discord channel at discord.rollforcombat.com. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember to extinguish any flaming party members.